them lashes, they gonna be worse. Abu. We're gonna be in session here. Oh, why did it change the aspect there? Hang on. Fucking. Oh, I know why. This one needs to change too. Hello, Shrek. How are you? Okay. So you guys are in jail. Get my other note out here. Hang on. Oh, place. You were trying to figure out what you want to do with getting out of jail. There's a meeting in the middle of the night between the Man in Black and Ovek. At the end of the last day, Nigel, you said you had a plan. Alina, you said you had a plan.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go from there. And there's Bagwell Pierce making note of everything you guys are saying in the cell beside you. This guy right here. The bard. The bard of the people.
Motherfucking people.
Mm-hmm.
Fabulous, fabulous, fabulous.
And it is about 4:30, 5 o'clock in the afternoon. This is specific to Rahk, who's got the largesse for another few hours.
Yeah.
Does anyone remember their plans?
You know what? Let me open my motherfucking notes and we'll see if I remember. So I remember we had options. There was there was that little hole that homie the bard uses to get in and out of. There's the plan to escape from the bottom right cell with the hole. And then I also had the other idea of doing something very shameful to this guard and making him regret anything, and then blackmailing him emotionally with his wife. So we got plans.
Still need to get our stuff.
Mm-hmm. So, who checks all these boxes of escape, get our shit, and it does not alert anybody?
Well, it's gonna have to be a good team effort for it to all go to plan.
Does anybody feeling a leadership role today?
I think Rahk should be the leader today. I think he should make all the choices for us.
God. You know how bad of a decision that is.
You know what? I think anybody but Rahk would be the choice.
Wow.
It's a vibe.
I mean, I could set a fire.
I mean, you do have keys in your pocket to get it, to unlock doors.
Oh yeah, we do have that.
Mm-hmm. The only issues is the guard, and the other guards in the other room.
I don't know how to get into that room and not cause an alert to go out to every other guard in the building.
There's something here that we're missing. Something. Hey, Bard, do you know of anything that we may or may not use to get our things?
Oh, well. I mean, I don't know what about the rest of what the rest of you guys can do, but like, I can sort of cast an illusion and like have it maybe have like a like an illusion that one of you is a guard, and but then just there's that one guy, he's moving around. Something would have to happen with him first, because if he comes along and sees himself, it might cause some troubles.
I have an idea. I have a plan. It's already in my mind. Which one of you hosts could use disguise self? After you use disguise self, use the motherfucking keys, open it. We call what's his name? The spider that Nigel has.
Henry.
Have him get a little crunk up in the place with the guy down there. If there's an unruly prisoner,
Are you talking above table or are you talking to us?
I'm talking to you guys.
Okay, well, the moment you say spider, Rahk is lost. You have lost him in this whole conversation. He is looking for this fucking spider everywhere in this cell right now. With his enlarged self.
Nigel, do you have some form of dart?
It's a form of what?
Some form of dart, or maybe even like something that you might be able to, slip this one guard that individual item that you were speaking about.
I have nothing on me. I only have that one item on me.
Oh shit.
Literally everything else was taken off me.
Well, I am running out of juice. What do y'all propose?
What do you want to do?
We have to deal with this one guard. That is the only part of the plan that I do not have in the kitchen.
I can turn into like a scorpion or a poisonous snake or something and bite him.
I mean, Henry can bite him as well, and he has. Oh, where's my stats for Henry? Oh, I've lost him. Where have I put him?
Whatever distraction, is it going to be long enough to let no, we can't have a Budrick do it. Budrick, wait, who's the one with the disguise self?
I have a charm that I can disguise myself for an hour or two.
Okay, perfect.
What do we want to do? Or do we want to take this guy out?
We need you to disguise yourself as
he has
the
a
guard
charm
to get in there.
But it's not on his person, it's with his effects.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
okay.
Right.
I mean, what we could do, we got a key to unlock a door. We could, someone distract him, like me, and then the three of you can jump out and knock him out.
Do that.
I mean, that big bird guy can knock him out with one punch.
To be honest, I feel like we're going through a lot of shit for these items in the other room, and I don't even know if we'll necessarily need them for.
I mean, you might not need your stuff. I need my stuff.
It's
Well,
literally
we can get
all of our
we're go-
things, all of our
let's not-
weapons, all of our clothing, all of our items, everything we have is over in this other room.
Yeah,
Hold on.
but is the battle guaranteed tonight? And we're
Alina
coming
You
back.
don't know.
I will refresh your memories. Last time, Alina said all that she knows that she has to do is go do surveillance on this man in black, and then they could sneak back in. Right? So it's not necessarily that you're staying out of prison. You're escaping to come back. Like, essentially leave, do the reconnaissance, and come back. So she's not saying, like, escape and leave all your shit behind. She's saying, do we need it? Is there a risk? Do we risk leaving it behind with the possibility we're going to come back? Like, what's the,
I mean, if we're noticed, I could see a potential.
I mean, if we're
fight happening.
noticed, we potentially just stay longer if we're found guilty of the crimes at hand.
So let me ask this: how do you plan on hiding with a 10-foot bird?
Just don't take you. Just leave you in.
That's what I was gonna say. Homie, the bard only had a plan for me and Budrick and Nigel.
Listen, I'm happy to stay if it means I get to leave in the morning. I mean, like I said, I'm not going anywhere about my stuff.
Oh,
So I'll help you guys get out, but then I'll be staying.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm good to go. I have a little bit of magic on my side if I need it. That doesn't require anything.
Stay in here. You can go.
Right, so how are you going to knock this guard out?
I think we don't even need to. We can just wait for him to make his round back here. Maybe swing back.
Okay.
Or, like I said, you can always send,
Henry.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He does have a name.
Well, I know. I just don't want to. I don't know if.
Rahk doesn't know him by name.
Oh, praise God. All right. I want to make sure that people aren't, triggered.
Yeah, above table, Rahk does not know the spider's name. He hears Henry. He has no idea who the fuck you're talking about.
Well, you can always send Henry to make that one guy in the back cell a little, wake him up, spook him a bit.
So Bagwell hears this conversation between the two, and he goes, if you're not knocking out the guard when he comes back around his rounds, isn't he going to notice you're not yourselves?
I thought you said he had a spell.
I thought he was going to put up illusion spell.
He has an illusion spell to mask one person.
Well, you said he could You said he could mask Alina and.
Well, it's like a
Budrick
5
because
foot.
they're in the same
It's a
cell.
5 foot radius, right? So you could put 2 people, but it wouldn't be.
Yeah. So just Budrick and I, right?
Can he, can he only cast it on himself, or can he point the biggest point?
No, he could pick a point within 30 feet.
And then he can just.
So yeah.
Yeah, you could probably put in their cell next door, and then they can get out.
I'm just trying to make sure that not more than the requisite number of people are.
Oh yeah, no. Because I remember you said it was a 5 foot square, but you said that the reason that Nigel couldn't be included is because he's in a cell next to us. I believe. Yeah. Okay.
So is that the plan?
My headphones broke up for a second. Did I miss something?
No,
How
I
big
asked
is
if
this hole?
it's like a person size hole. You'd have to go out one at a time, but it leads into an alley on the other side of the prison.
Full-grown adult people can make it through this hole.
Well, I make it out of there every night when I get tired and I want to go home.
Okay. I didn't know if you changed into something else.
Change into oh no, I couldn't deprive the people of this. A bard is his face, and a face is a bard. And I'm a bard of the people, and the people need to see me.
Well, should we go, Alina?
Yeah, I'm ready.
You got the keys.
You got the keys. I don't.
I got the keys. Oh, all right. Where's this hole at?
And Bagwell Pierce points to what looks like a sewer grate, just to the side of his cell, which is right here. And he goes, yeah, it's just right there. And as he leans forward, he holds on to the bar of his own cell, which swings open a little bit. He goes, yeah, I just open the door and just go right out. And then he closes the door back on himself and he just stands there.
Can you see where that guard's at?
Yeah, looks like he's down the hall. He's coming back up, but he always sort of turns right down towards the cells with the more dangerous prisoners. You got maybe a couple minutes. He'll come back in here and then he'd go back down again. So depends on if you want to do it now or if you want to wait a little bit.
We wait.
What time is it again?
I spoke 5 o'clock.
We can wait. We have time.
Wait for him to do its round in the hole. I could go back for it.
So you're gonna do a short rest, waiting for time for your escape? Is that what you're saying?
Probably not, if I recall correctly. Don't I have 10 HP still?
Temp HP only goes away on a long rest, not on a short rest.
I don't think I need a rest though, do I?
No, you have full health and full temp HP. And all your spell slots.
Can Rahk go over in the corner of a cell and take a short rest?
Would Rahk do that, knowing that he hasn't found the spider yet?
I don't know. That's a good question. I mean, after a while, he'd stop. Once he's exhausted searching the cell everywhere, I mean, he's gonna know it's not in the cell.
Okay.
I guess it depends on how long it was been. So we'll give him like 30
I could send the
minutes of search
spider over there
time
to give him cuddles while he's
Well,
and you'd better hope he doesn't wake up.
Do you know what the funny thing is? And if you squished Henry, I can just summon another one.
All right, so do you guys want to wait till a specific time of day before you leave? You just trying to get out as quickly as possible?
I'd probably want to wait maybe like... The prison is up to the top right of the map, if I recall correctly, yeah?
Nope. So the prison is this building here.
That's not far from the docks at all, but we still want to leave room just for wiggles. So maybe around 10 p.m. I would assume would be a good time.
Okay. Budrick, you have any thoughts on the situation?
Yeah, I mean, we were originally going to present me as a child to drop off for this guy. We're pretty much not gonna have anything. Are we just gonna stand back and watch him show up and they leave because we didn't show up?
Well, remember, he doesn't only come for the children. He was also initially coming for trade for other goods from
Shiny rocks was what the guy said above table.
Yeah, so just because we didn't come through with our quote-unquote child. I mean, if you want.
I can't.
So you
did
tell him you would bring a child.
Actually, I know, I recall, but I was just saying, like, if we didn't show up, we didn't show up. Can I recall if there's any halflings from that band of mercenaries that were outside of that pub?
There were no halflings.
Fuck. Okay.
There's a child.
All regular sized men.
There's the child that tried to steal from Rahk.
Yeah, that you guys didn't let Rahk keep for our own nefarious purposes. He offered him.
I didn't have a problem with you keeping him. You have enough children already, Rahk.
I'm not joining the child trafficking ring with you. Absolutely not.
Whilst these are discussing what they're going to be doing, I'm going to go find myself a corner and go and have a nap.
Okay. You taking a short rest or a long rest?
Oh, just a short rest is fine.
Okay.
It's only child trafficking if you actually sell them.
Yeah, we were just gonna pay the kid to pretend.
Who's gonna pay him?
Me?
Putting a child in fucking danger for this. No.
I could have protected the child. This is a street urchin. He spends all his time in danger. He can handle it.
Basically what
I
you
thought you were
just
better
told.
than this.
Basically, what you just said, Budrick, is this child's been tortured before. He can handle it. It's okay. Let him get tortured again.
Yeah, he's used to it.
Talking about torturing him. Talking about giving him some money to stand and pretend to be like a whatever while we find this guy and capture him, and then he takes off and we kick his ass.
Budrick, let me ask you a question. What money?
Well, now it's all screwed. We don't even have my charm, so I don't know what we do now. Let's just go and see who this guy is, and at least maybe we can confront him later, I guess.
Like I told you, the second I get a hold of this motherfucker, it is on. I already have a backup plan if we have to. I don't need a weapon.
All right.
She is the weapon.
Well, guys, I think we're going off to our doom here, but yeah, take care. So are we resting before we go?
Yeah.
Wait until 10 p.m. It's like 2 right now?
Yeah, so you have time
That's
for a
like-
short rest.
All right, I'm going to do a short rest so I can get some of my spell slots back.
Depends on you just click that short rest button. I think you just get HP back on a short rest, so I don't know if
Yeah, if you're
based on a druid.
If you're a druid,
Yeah.
the only one who'll get spell slots back on a short rest is a warlock.
Well,
I do
no,
have,
Alina will get
nature-
sorcery points back as a sorcerer, and a warlock would
yeah.
get
I just haven't used
their
them.
spell slots back.
Yes, sorcery points, yes, but not actual spell slots.
Yeah, correct. But she has all of hers, so it doesn't matter.
I do
Although
have
the sorcery
natural
points can be used
recovery.
for spell.
Mm-hmm.
What does that do?
And I can use them in bonus actions.
It gives at level 2. I can regain some of my magical energy by sitting in a meditation and communing with nature. During a short rest, you can choose to you can choose expended spell slots to recover. Spell slots can have a combined level that is equal to or less than half of your druid level, rounded up. And none of the slots can be 6th level or higher. You can't use this feature again until you finish a long rest. Natural recovery.
Where's that at? I don't see that in your actions. Is that a feature
Under
trait?
class features. The class feature. Is it a spell? It's a second level.
Oh, yeah.
Is it a
Well,
spell?
it says once per long rest. Once per long rest during a short... Oh, okay. You spend... So it's a combined level of up to 2. So basically it's either 1 level 2 spell or 2 level 1 spells. Is what it's saying.
Okay, well, so it would cost me spell slots then. Okay, never mind.
No, it won't cost you spell slots. That is what you would recover.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so basically you're using that ability, right? You're not it's not a spell to cast it. It's an ability that you would use. So yeah,
I only
you
have
would
1 spell slot to recover.
then you could do natural recovery during the short rest to recover it. You just wouldn't be able to use natural recovery again until after you've done a long rest.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Alright, well, I'll do a short rest. And then I just reset my spell slot then.
Yeah, and then just tick off that you've done natural recovery. Also on your short rest, you should regain all of your wild shape charges.
Wyatt, no heal me.
Okay. Alright, I'm good. show is at 10 now. Where's the guard at?
I would say the guard probably down this corridor at this point. It's been a couple hours.
You ready to go?
Hell yeah.
Well, then I use the keys and stick my hand through the door and unlock the door. And step on out of the prison cell.
We'll be right back, Rahk. Just
watch for spiders.
He's staring at Budrick with a dirty look right now.
I don't know why he said it. I don't know why he said it.
I want him to watch out for spiders.
So Bagwell Pierce says, all right, well, you'll just have to lift the grate. I'll have to stay here to keep the spell up. So just try your best. It's a bit heavy, so you might want to try it like at the same time to lift it. Just let me just sort of, and he sort of does a couple of hand moves, and then he goes, and a image of Alina and Budrick sitting, holding hands, sort of leaning against each other in what looks like a pair of sleeping people in the bed on the far side of the wall, appears. He says, all right, so that'll last for quite a while. You got a couple hours kind of thing, so let me just make sure that you take notes and you come back, you tell me absolutely every detail.
I got you.
Imperative. Okay.
All right, are you ready, Budrick?
Yeah, let's open this sucker up.
Okay.
Do it.
All right, both of you roll a athletics check.
Fuck. 6. Alina is weak in the
9.
arms, honey.
Yeah, we're not too great about opening things up, you and I.
Ooh. Thankfully, with your combined effort, you just managed to almost like, but and it's almost, you can hear, to the horror of everyone else, the sound of that grate going as it drags across the stones.
And I'm just like,
and as soon as you place it down, you stop and just be like, so far, no sound.
All right, ladies first.
okay. Gonna go ahead.
Unless you want me to go. Okay, I'll go first.
Right, so you're just gonna hop in the hole?
Yeah.
Okay. Is this like a crawl space hole?
Yeah, it's basically you drop in and it's like a very, like hands and knees.
I'm not a fan of this.
And it is dirty.
Nice.
Very dirty. It smells like sewer. It's nasty.
Thank
You
God
wanna
this
wait here,
just
Alina, and I'll go
enchanted,
do it?
bitch. You could go. I'll come. It's okay. We gotta do this.
Okay.
The longer we wait, the longer these children are in trouble.
All right.
All right, you guys are both in the hole at this point. So I'm gonna.
Yep.
Just for the sake of this, I'll move you over onto the bed there. And Alina, I will say, as you go through, and you start following after Budrick, as he's crawling ahead of you through this hole opening sewer-y type tunnel, you hear the grate behind you slide back and snap down into place. And everybody else that's up in the cells watches as Bagwell Pierce opens his cell door, walks right out, pushes it back in place, and then merrily skips back inside his cell and gently closes his door, goes, oh boy,
As a bard would.
this is so exciting. right. So Alina and Budrick. I'll take Rahk out of the thing there. You find yourselves in an alley just over on this side of the prison. And you see that you come up from that sewer grate into what is essentially the back side of that burnt structure that y'all had seen previously, where the mercenaries had said that a tavern had burnt down. It is now like
picked up my audio again. 1 second.
Do we see any familiar faces in the area? Anybody noticing us?
No, there is no one around the area when you come out. The structure that is this green spot in front of you here is just about person high. It's just all charred wood, smell of like water and char and that kind of thing, and burning is still sort of pretty acrid in the air. But no, there's nobody around. It's very dirty. Like all of the ashes and stuff like that had actually swarmed down, some of it into that drain that you guys came out from. Alina, if you're speaking, it's muted.
Can't hear you.
Cannot. It's not lighting up either, so I don't know if your source is coming out as it should. Nope. Like, you know how like Discord lights up green? It's not lighting up green.
Possibly.
There, now, yeah. Now we can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah, so I would say the two of you come up from this storm drain. You manage to push through another grate, and it is just you are covered in dirt, grime, soot, ashes, all that kind of stuff, and your clothing is probably half wet, you know, on your knees, around your arms, kind of thing. Y'all looking a mess. But there is nobody outside when you come up. You can hear the sounds of city guards on the other side of like where the prison is. Like you can see like the brick wall of the prison. Sorry, I shouldn't say brick. Stone wall of the prison behind you. And you can hear the noise of them sort of meandering around, chatting on the other side. But otherwise it is dark. It is deserted, and y'all are filthy.
Is there a way that I can see that we can cut through towards the dock at all?
I would say there is a very small precipice that you could try to dexterously shimmy along. Or you could try jumping the gap, but it's like 10 feet.
I'd rather not.
We need to make good time. I can, if you can ride a horse bareback, I can turn into a horse and we can just run over there real quick.
Drake, this is so sudden. I don't know. I don't want to draw too much attention because I don't know.
That's the only thing I was worried about.
We hear those guards, but we don't. You know, we don't know where they are.
I mean, you guys have several hours before you were planning on going out there anyways.
Okay, yeah, let's just go ahead and
It's not a huge rush.
Let's walk down the street a standard way, just to kind of gauge. We'll peek around corners and stuff.
Sneak.
A little sneaky.
I mean, Budrick, you could turn yourself into another animal to be not you, but Alina, you wouldn't be able to understand, or you would be able to understand Alina, but she wouldn't be able to understand you.
Yeah.
Okay. What's something that you can communicate to me with like a tapping of like a, I don't know, maybe even a snake with a little, you know what I mean? Do the little tongue thing.
This snake would be moving pretty slow, though.
You could wrap yourself around her arm. She could carry you.
I mean, you could be a snake necklace, snake scarf.
All right, I'll be a snake. I'll turn into a snake.
You could be a bird. You could be anything.
Oh my god, a bird. A fucking bird, please.
I thought I couldn't turn into flying creatures until like level 5.
Well, is it in your
It is.
CR for it? Is there a bird in your CR?
I believe so.
I think it's just you can't fly. You could turn into one. You just wouldn't be able to fly.
I can turn into a hawk.
Yeah.
So you could like perch on her shoulder or something.
Yeah.
You just wouldn't be able to fly.
Okay, I'll turn into a hawk and I'll get on her shoulder.
You looking dangerous with that hawk on your shoulder now, but you dirty as fuck.
Okay. It is what it is.
I feel like the dirtiness would just work in tandem with the hawk to make her look even more intimidating.
She is in a filthy dress.
Wow.
Look,
I thought my dress was enchanted, but I guess
you
not.
don't know what this angry, dirt-covered lady with a hawk on her shoulder has done.
Personally, if I run into a dirty hot lady with like a hawk on her shoulder in an alley, I wouldn't want to fuck with her.
Can you? I have an idea. I have an idea.
Okay.
Can you change? What is like Is it a sugar glider? What the fuck is the name of those things that are kind of like?
Oh God.
Almost like squirrels. I want to use you as a headdress. If I wrap my hair up, you know, I just look like a filthy peasant bitch with like a weird fur hat.
He's already changed.
I could
would
use
have
this
to
as a
unchange
disguise.
and then change back and use another wild shape.
Never mind. Never mind.
She's trying to retcon. I will allow retcon. It's fine. So he has a specific set of lists that he's able to do. I think it's anything a quarter and below, right? So
yeah.
And the type is
I got
beast.
an owl, I got a raven, got a hawk, goat.
Is there anything that can potentially disguise us and maybe even make me look crazy?
I'd be a cat.
A goat?
He could be a badger.
Not a sheep.
He could be a badger.
A badger? He
could be a cow.
Could be a cow.
He could also be a deep growth. He could be a velociraptor.
What you want?
How about you just save the animals for now and we'll...
Yeah.
Ooh. Are wolves considered dangerous in these parts? I don't know.
A wolf is considered... They're not domesticated.
I could be a wolf. You want to be a wolf?
Go for the wolf. Go for the wolf.
Oh, wolf. I've been retconned into a wolf. A medium-sized animal, so it's pretty decent size.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's gonna be fucking with you.
Yeah, the top of his head's coming up to like your hip chest area.
Oh my god!
He
I
big
just made
bitch.
a stereo in here, and we can remake Twilight, honey. Oh, so good. Okay, let's go ahead and start taking turns around these corners and see if we can peep any guards potentially around.
All right, so we're gonna come around to the edge of the building here. You can see that there is probably some traffic every so often. It is late at night. It's like 9-10 o'clock, so it's late. You can see like around here there is some people. Down like there's a sort of like a back alley path over here. Nobody near that one.
We're gonna go to the back alley. We're gonna take the road less traveled, honey.
Let's do it.
Okay. You see some just like regular denizens walking around, heading into their homes, scurrying around. Not a lot, and essentially it's people are heading home from work. Nobody's really concerned about you guys. Some of them give you an odd, like, because you've got a giant, not giant, but like a wolf with you.
And I'm just dirty as fuck.
But they are also giving you quite a wide berth. Like, someone that is walking on the same side of the street as you suddenly crosses over, because whatever you're about, they don't want any part of that.
Story.
Huh? Wait, what'd you say, Rahk?
I was just talking to myself.
But what'd you share? Share with the group? Share with the group?
No.
Oh, I see how it is.
Okay, let's continue then. Am I perceiving any guards? Anybody dressed like guards?
Oh, you see a couple of like street urchins, regular adults, a couple of shady looking characters, but this is not the nice part of the city. There's a distinct lack of guards in this area.
Okay. Let's keep pushing then. Forward.
Yeah, you want to go up
I'm
this way?
keeping
Or?
I'm smelling the air and listening for some weird sounds too.
No, I want to go to the left a little bit, only because we did hear the guards in that area, like on the other side of this red building, so I don't want to like even give them a chance to see us. So I want to be a little bit more safe and just go around this.
Okay. So I will tell you, this building here is like a church annex.
Okay.
So there are a couple of like regular people milling about outside.
Okay.
Again, no guards. And then in this area here is just like a very like slums type area with like housing and stuff like that, ramshackle type things.
You're in
All
the
right.
ghetto.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and cross over to those houses that we were at, you know, shaking down those kobolds, bitch.
Here? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Do a perception check.
Okay.
Perception.
Let's luck be on my side, please.
19.
Oh god, I got a 6.
So I will say that as you guys are crossing this area here, Alina is slightly ahead of you, Budrick, and with your wolf senses, you managed to just notice a pair of guards walking across the street, and you managed to just sort of like nudge her back really quickly before she goes into view, and point towards her, like towards why you yanked her back, kind of thing. And she looks over and she goes, and you wait for them to pass, and then you both quickly, hurriedly run across the street into the cover of these.
Scratch Boo Boo's ear for saving me.
Yeah.
Boo Boo wags his tail.
All right, where do you guys want to go?
This is all like solid in front of us, right? The blue, red,
these
and
are
green.
This is a building. The green is a building. The pink areas are like houses and stuff like that. So it's like there's a bunch of different alleyways and stuff like that.
The only downside is if we go towards this green building to the right of us. That's Assistant Shop, isn't it? I don't want to be seen again unless he's not open. Mm-hmm. Could I perceive if there's any lights on in the shop?
You'd have to get closer. You want to get closer?
Yeah, we can get a little closer.
Yeah, I'll take you the safe way. Just take you about around here. You gotta peer around the edge of this church. There are no lights on in the shop. You turned your camera on and changed the things. Hang on. Oh.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I can turn mine back off. It's no problem.
No, it's just the ones down below. For some reason, it decided to be
Oh, he's Nietzsche. Oh yeah, I'll prioritize the people with the cameras on.
That's okay.
Okay. Boo Boo, do you want to go ahead and see if you see anybody in this little alley passing Sistine shop, and then if not, just wait at the end and look back at me?
I will tell you that there is a door, like these are doors to the church, that you could go through the church.
Oh. Well, shit, we're gonna go through the church. No? I don't know. Is it good form to go into the church with a wolf?
I'm a very spiritual wolf.
You could send Budrick past. Nobody's looking for a wolf. Maybe.
Okay, Boo Boo, meet me on the other side of this church. I'm gonna go through. If I don't come out in like 5 minutes, come in swinging.
Wolf.
Did you just go oof?
Yeah, wolf.
Okay.
Bark.
So, Alina, you make your way through the church. Uneventful. You see some parishioners, people at prayer, a couple of acolytes, priests, that kind of thing, clerics. Nobody stops you. Nobody seems to pay you much mind. A couple of men turn as you pass them, but otherwise, that's it for you. Budrick, you're going to pass in front of the shop?
Yep.
Okay. I need you to roll a stealth check.
Hello, Boo Boo.
Oh, crap. 2.
2?
Oh, no.
As you pass by the front of the Hordmore, there is a guard inside that looks at you as you pass by. What do you do?
I act like a wolf, and I dance around in a circle, and I bark and stuff like I'm chasing something, and then I run off in the other direction I wanted to go.
In this direction, like towards where you wanted to go?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do me a favor and roll either a deception or performance. Let's say performance. Yeah, let's say performance because you're actually saying anything to him.
That is a 21.
Oh, beautiful. So this guard takes a second to look at you through the window and then just kind of shakes his head and goes back to doing whatever he was doing inside the shop. And you continue moving past without anyone the wiser. Obviously, you get about here. Are you waiting for Alina to come to you? Or how are you guys gonna...
I thought she said to meet her at the other side of the church, so I'd be heading over there.
Alright, so I'm gonna say you boop, 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 boop. Alina, you would see Budrick coming around the side of some bushes, and he is acting very much more dog-like than he did when you left him. Tongue lolling, oof, oof, and he sits down in front of you.
Did everything go well?
Wolf.
Okay. Let's go ahead and head. Can I see anybody to the right of us, like around the fountain, like any guards?
There are no guards that you can see right now. It's about, still 9, 10 o'clock kind of thing. So there are a couple of people still out and about. You can see some shops are closing. But again, no patrols kind of thing that you might be worried about.
All right. How about we take a quick little hop in at the Grey Dandelion.
You want to go back to your hotel?
Just, I want to peek in at the front door just to see if I can spot anybody.
Okay.
And Camellia also said familiars were allowed, so.
So you come to the doors of the Great Dandelion and do a perception check as you peer in the front door.
12?
So you can see that there are a couple of people at the front desk speaking with Camellia. None of them are wearing a City Watch outfit, so chances are they are not part of the City Watch. You can sort of see just from the edge of your vision, there's a couple of people in the restaurant bar, but you can't see all the way in. And there's a couple of people coming in and out of the bathhouse area, but no guards that you can see.
All right. I want to go ahead and rush in there with Boo on my side, like a motherfucking emotional support wolf. And I want to hit it to my room and clean myself off for the stakeout.
All right, so the two of you get up to your room.
Hold up, my audio one again. Give me a sec. Yeah, we're gonna switch it up right now. Because Jesus, it would be right now. Okay.
Right meow.
There we go. We're good.
Okay. You guys run up to your room. How are you getting in?
What do you mean, how am I gonna?
You don't have a key.
All right. Boo Boo, wait here. Yet again. 5 minutes. Come swinging. I'm gonna go ahead and peek down by the stairs again, see if any guards came in.
There are no guards.
Psst. Camellia. Camellia.
I would. Sorry. Okay, so Camellia is speaking with some people at the front desk, and she does not hear you right away.
Camellia.
So almost like she hears something just on the edge of her vision or of her hearing. She's blinks a couple times, and you can see her just sort of the patrons that are in front of her are just kind of shorter, so you see like this part of her head behind them, and then you just kind of see her go like this. Oh. One second. You can see her, she's like saying something to the patrons, like, and then she just quickly scrambles from behind the desk, and she quickly makes her way over to her. She goes, hello, was there something wrong with your room, or?
Nothing wrong with the room, but I've had a very rough day. Do you think that you could just give me a spare key to get into my room?
Spare key, yes, sir, just give me one second, okay?
Can you actually bring it to the room? I'll be waiting in front of the door.
I will send another person up with it if that's okay. I'm just got some customers at the front desk there, but yes, of course, I will get that up to you shortly. No, of course. I hope everything's okay.
I hope so too.
Okay, all right. Excuse me, and she rushes back over to the front of the desk.
And you're just gonna hear my heels click clack up the fucking stairs.
You guys wait about 5 minutes in front of the room upstairs before a small halfling child comes up, holding up the key in his hand. This is from Ms. Camellia. She said you needed a room key.
You are so precious. Thank you, my child.
Oh, you're so welcome. He's gonna hand you the key. Did you need anything else?
Sorry, my chaotic mind was working, and I'll be like, yes, I need you to help me with something, but I don't think I'm gonna. No, it's okay. It's okay, my child. Go ahead. Thank you for the key.
Okay. And he does like this. He goes like this. Like, does it like a bow? His arms all the way back. He goes, have a nice night.
Precious.
And then he runs back, and you just see him like skip running back down towards the main area of the hotel.
Above table, were you thinking about taking that child for bait?
So me, myself, and I, yes. Alina, no.
I know Budrick was looking at it like, I'll just snap my jaws around this child. We're gonna ragdoll him over to the.
All right. So I just want to use like a couple minutes in the room to freshen up, to not look like I just been through hell.
Okay,
and
roll
draw
a
unnecessary attention.
roll a d6.
Okay. Oh God. Here. Wait, where's it? Okay. D6. 4.
Okay, so it takes about 40 minutes for you to clean both yourself and your clothes, make yourself look presentable to the world at large. So it's now about 11 o'clock.
Fabulous. We're making good time then. So we're gonna go ahead and head out. The Grey Dandelion. I want to leave Camellia the spare key after we locked up. Thank her, and then I'm gonna go ahead and actually, real quickly before I leave the room, can I grab a little like a little, I don't know if there's a dark towel or even a pillowcase or something I can wrap my shit up in a scarf, just so I don't draw attention with my blonde hair.
Yeah, I could say one of those like a pillow sham is dark in color, like a dark blue.
Fabulous. I'm just gonna go ahead and wrap my hair up, honey. We do what we can. This is prison fashion.
Okay.
All right.
So you're now going out the front door?
Is there any other door that we can use?
You can go out into the back garden and jump the hedge.
Let's do that.
Okay. So there's no doors out of the garden, like there's no garden gate or anything like that, but the hedge is about person height. Like
Can Boo jump over? Is he tall enough to jump over?
He's going to have to try.
Yeah, give it a shot.
So you guys can both do an acrobatics check to try and.
Well, first I want to see
if
the coast is clear, and then
bark
if it's not.
This hedge.
So I will say Budrick do a perception check at advantage, and Alina just do a regular perception check for hearing, because you can't see through this hedge.
14.
Okay, and Alina?
22.
Okay, so Budrick and Alina both, you guys can hear. You take a couple minutes just to listen. You hear maybe one or two people walk by. They seem from their footsteps to be just a solo individual. You can't hear anything indicative of like a city watch. Like you don't hear the sound of like a metal outfit on anybody. Nothing seems to indicate to you, at least from where you're standing there, that there is. But you do recall that there's this building here, which is the watch command. So likely there are people in front of this building here.
Okay.
Could try to stealth it across this way, or you could hop over on another area.
We'll hop out to the left.
You're gonna pass by some trees, lovely flower beds. Smells divine in this area. Fantastic. Do an acrobatics check.
9.
An 8.
Okay. I will say that you both managed to climb up to the top of this hedge. Alina, you were very ungraceful in your shimmying up this hedge. Bits of branches scratched at your arms and that kind of thing. When you reach the top of this hedge, you've got leaves sticking out of different parts of your dress. Same thing with Budrick. You jumped to get up to the top of this hedge and just kind of missed it. And now you're sort of U-shaped over this hedge. So you, Budrick, you can now see over the hedge. But I would say you'd have to do a survival check to see whether or not you land going off of it.
Me too? Or only Boo Boo?
Well, I mean, you're going to have to fall off. Or you could try another acrobatics and climb down, but...
I got a 7.
I'll do the acrobatics. Son of a bitch! 8!
Both of you, very unceremoniously, just try to lurch yourselves over this hedge and tumble over. Alina, you managed to land on your butt with your legs out. And
God.
Budrick, you managed to just kind of go ass over end and flump down onto the ground. There are several people on the outside, just regular city folk, that stare at you. There's a pair of very well-dressed couple that is just, you see the woman go, my goodness. Oh.
I'm unwell. Forgive me.
I growl at them.
Oh my! Oh no! And they quickly walk off. You will take a second to probably take in your surroundings. I will also say, I'll do the check this one. Oh, you lucky. No one has seen you that resembles a city guard yet. But again, I will remind you that this is the City Watch building right here.
Mm-hmm. So we're gonna go ahead and circle back through the front. Cut through, and then we're just gonna go through because I didn't want a chance going to the lobby again for the 3rd time. So
okay. So I will say there's 3 options. You can cut through the Adventurers Guild. You can go down this way, the same way you went earlier in the day, or you can cut through a very alleyway here. That's a little closer to the City Watch.
Can I peek through the Adventurers Guild?
Yeah.
I want to go up to like the
stealth
window
across
and
the street?
press.
Oh, you wanna go to the window and just?
Yeah, just like who's in there?
In there, you see sitting at one of the tables, you see some what looks like other adventurers. You see some regular civilians just kind of meandering about, and you do see in a farther corner there are a couple of City Watch sitting at a table, looking like they're conversing with another group of adventurers.
Okay, we're just gonna cut through.
The Adventurers Guild?
Are you gonna try and stealth your way through, or are you just gonna book it?
I try and
We can stealth.
Try and grab her sleeve and pull her towards the alley.
Oh. Dude, what's wrong? Did you see something in there?
City watch.
I don't know what the fuck that means, but okay, Boo Boo. I'll go ahead, lead the way, my wolf companion.
That was great. I just picture, you know, when like a husky tries talking to you, like that.
With a very animated head.
Yeah.
Alright, so where are you pulling me, Boo Boo?
I'm pulling you up towards the alley up here that we can cut through. She mentioned.
But then I want to grab his collar and be like, wait a minute, like, you know, that's also the city wash building right above us. We do risk. Yeah.
The dark blue one, yeah.
Oh, yeah, but we're going right between that and the purple and...
About how many feet is between that building and here?
100 feet. Maybe 120.
Fuck it, let's roll.
Are you gonna try doing it stealthily? Or just, like, quick?
Yes. Well.
Stealthy?
Wolf.
Stealthy or quick? Okay. Quick and quiet, bitch.
I'll tell you, stealth is a stealth check. Quick is a survival check.
We're gonna do the stealth.
Alright.
Well, I'm gonna do the stealth.
Let's do the stealth.
Alright, Budrick, you can have advantage on stealth.
Oh shit, I clicked the wrong one.
I'll get advantage?
Yeah.
Thank God, I clicked the wrong fucking one. Girl, I am shit at these. 8 today. 8.
15.
Okay. You are so lucky I rolled a 6.
I wouldn't have been lucky. I accidentally clicked survival at first and I got a 3.
Oh well. It's a good thing you decided to stealth. Okay, so Budrick and Alina, you sort of keep yourselves to the side of this Adventurers Guild wall, and you make your way as quickly as possible through the alley towards the other side of the warehouse. You will note there are a couple of city guards that were starting to come down this pathway, but they do not see you. But you saw them.
Is that back door open? That
well, it's closed, but you don't know. You'd have to go check it.
Shit, let's go check it. He said that it was supposed to be open for that guy to make his trade. But then again, no, we risk too much going in front of this fucking building. We're gonna go ahead and try the door.
Which one? So there's a door here, and then there's this door over here.
Oh, it's behind where we passed? Okay, never mind.
So there's like, so the way that it is here, there is this door there, which is just on the edge of, about there. And then there's this door
we're not
here,
gonna do that, then.
which is this one.
As we've seen the guard just down the street. So we're gonna go ahead and peek around the corner and see if we see anything. To the right.
Like to in front of the door there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you see there is a guard standing outside of the door.
Okay, Boo Boo, I need you to do me a favor.
Wolf?
I need you to distract this guard while I get in this damn door. And then I will open the back door for you.
Okay.
And I'll leave your distraction to you.
All right.
I position myself to get ready to hit it.
Which door am I going towards?
Which door are you trying to go for?
The one closer to the ocean or the sea.
Okay,
to the right.
So the double doors there. Yeah.
Okay.
These ones.
And I do a perception check to see if there are any sticks or like ball, if that ball's still out there.
Yeah.
Investigation, was it?
Yeah.
Or perception?
Well, no, you're just trying to look, right? So just be perception. You're just trying to see if you see it.
Perception. Okay. That is a 16.
So you look out on the docks ahead of where Alina had said. You can see that there are a couple of ships still out on the docks being loaded and unloaded by a couple of deckhands and merchant boys and all that kind of stuff. No ball that you can see, but there are sort of reams of rope. There are probably what looks like splintered pieces of a wooden box of some kind that might be considered stick material.
All right. I playfully I run over. I grab the stick. And then I run over the dog, or run over to the guard, and I place the stick at his feet, and I bark.
Wonderful. Do a persuasion check. Well, you could do performance or persuasion. One of those.
And performance, and it sucks. I did fine.
So the guard with his spear standing outside the warehouse doors looks down at you as you have dropped a stick, and he goes, shoo, shoo, shoo. And he goes back to standing.
I run away for a second, I run back, and I wolf again to try and get his attention. I stick. Assuming he doesn't, we don't do another check, right?
So, I would say if you're trying to get him to do it again, try persuasion this time.
There it is. Come on, 12.
Okay, so you spend a couple of minutes, just sort of like doing a back and forth where and you like nudge the stick towards this guard, and this guard keeps going, shoo, shoo. And you go, and he goes, if I throw this stick, will you go away?
And I bark.
I'm gonna take that to mean yes. And he reaches down, and he grabs the piece of splintered wood, and he throws it, and it goes down this dockway here.
I grab it, I bring it back, I set it down in front of him again.
I thought you said I just had to throw it the once. I don't want to be throwing it again. Go on. And he's gonna pick it up again and throw it again.
Let's grabs it, brings it back.
Boy, I can't play with you all night. I got a job. You can't be here. What do you want? And he's gonna pick it up again and throw it.
Yeah. And I grab it and bring it back. I start pulling on his pant leg though.
Get off! What? No, I can't play with you. I'm working.
I pee on his leg.
Just so you know, I have a die that determines mood, and I just wanted, just for the shits and giggles, I wanted to see how this guard would react emotionally. And it came back with the flirty emote.
Did you say the flirty emote? Is this guard?
Oh, you can't see it. There's like a kissy face on it.
Is he into animals?
So.
What the hell? I didn't know that was possible.
This guard has got to have the weirdest kinks out of any of your NPCs.
Hold the fuck up. Please explain to me what's happened, because I want to gather the reaction from this man right now. Because Alina's watching clearly.
So
she's waiting for the cue.
Okay, do an insight check.
9.
I would say based on your 9 and you peeking around the corner, you can see this back and forth between Budrick and this guard, and then you can sort of note that Budrick gets a bit frustrated. His attempts to get this guard away have not been quite as successful as one might have hoped right from the get-go, and you watch him pee on this guard. You look on in horror, like, oh my god, Budrick's trying to get killed. What's he doing? This guard's gonna get so mad. And then this guard drops down to one knee in front of Budrick. He goes, oh, you just had to pee. It's okay. And he just scratching him behind the ears because you just needed a walk. You just need a little walkies. Okay, listen. Just don't go pee up people's legs. I'm gonna have to go get this drink. Come on, come with me. And he's gonna try and convince Budrick to go this way.
Is he coming with me?
Yeah, he wants you to go with him.
Alright, I follow him.
Okay. So he's gonna take you towards this back entrance to the City Watch. There are other City Watch guards watching you as this guard walks with you. They sort of look at you strangely, but don't say much else at all. And he looks down and goes, okay, you wait right here. I'll be back. I'll bring you a treat. I just gotta go change my pants, okay? You wait right here?
Oof.
Okay, you wait there. And he enters the building.
I'm gonna go ahead and I'm hitting it to the fucking door now, the double door.
Okay. Budrick, are you waiting for this guard, or are you gonna book it back?
I'll go join Alina.
Okay, I say you wait about 2 seconds just to make sure that this door is closed, this guard's not coming back out, and you immediately just take off. A couple of city guards watch as you go, and they, again, give you this weird look, and you watch them say something between themselves, but then nothing, and you book it back and immediately go with Alina.
Alright, let's get the fuck out of here before anybody sees us.
Alina, Budrick. So you guys enter, and it is, again, dimly lit. There's that light source down in that direction. What are you gonna do?
I do a perception check to see if I can see my other dogs.
I will say that you can sort of hear the movement, which you could attribute to other dogs in the same area that you first found them.
Where are we meeting this guy? Where are we seeing this guy?
He'll probably be in the back with
Well, are you meeting him, or are you just observing?
Yeah,
I'm gonna be watching from afar, honey.
Okay, where are you setting up?
Okay, so probably in the shelving units next to where he was eating his lunch.
So he was eating here, so you want to
so like
hide in
right
this area here? Like in these boxes kind of thing?
Yeah.
Okay. Do your favor and roll stealth checks.
No. Oh boy.
14.
10.
Okay, so you both sort of make your way down this way and get behind some boxes, position them appropriately to give yourselves like a nice view. You're sort of like up a bit higher so you can see over this area here to look down, where you can see Ovek, Lou, and did I say Rahk? Is the other dog's name? And they are sort of, you can see Rahk So Lou is sort of right next to where Ovek is. Rahk is sort of over near this shelving unit. He's sort of down, laying down, still facing the same direction. But he just seems to have like a ball in front of him that Budrick you would recognize as the ball you'd played with them earlier with. And they're all kind of just milling about, doing stuff in here. I'm gonna wait a couple hours. Around but hang on. Chew.
Bless you.
Chew. You got about 2.5 hours. You gonna say to each other anything in that amount of time?
Yeah, we could talk plan. Well, I can whisper my plan to Budrick. Okay, so obviously we don't have weapons or anything, but you know, I always come prepared. Alina's gonna go ahead and, flip around her little firebolt between her fingers, around her nails, and but instead of, kaboom, worst comes to worst, I'm just gonna have this man turn himself in. How? Well, and then you're gonna see the little the finger with the firebolt turn pink. I am planning to charm this man and have him turn himself in. We're gonna be going to prison together. We'll be cellmates.
I wag my tail and I nudge my head against her.
Oh, I'm gonna give him a little scratch on the head. Otherwise, I don't know what else. The only, I guess, issue I'm running into with this plan is if Gronk, I think his name is Gronk, the big ogre dude.
Ovek?
Jesus Christ, I don't know where the fuck Gronk came from. Ovek, yeah. You know what? I was gonna have an issue convincing him, obviously this is not what he agreed to, but I'm thinking if he just takes those shinies that he promised the man in the black, and then instead of us pocketing whatever the man in black has, hand it over to Ovek for his family, I think would compensate him well. What do you think?
My tail. I don't want to make any noise.
And of course, we could shake his ass down for any information.
Wolf. Oh wait, wag my tail.
All right, so we're just gonna wait now.
Oh, please. Okay, so as you guys are waiting, you you sort of watch as the dogs get up, move around, do other stuff. You could see Ovek moving around some boxes. As it gets close, excuse me. As it gets closer to about 1 a.m, you watch him weave his way into the center area here, where he reaches into this box in the center of the room with the symbol on the front of it is like a blue dragon in a like Ouroboros pattern. He reaches in and grabs a rather large container from inside, slides the lid closed, and then sets it down on the same pile of boxes he had been using earlier as a seat to eat rations. And he then comes over into another area over on this side, excuse me, where he pushes past some boxes, and reaches for a large box that's at the top. Again, reaching inside, grabbing out another large parcel from inside this box, sliding the lid closed. On that box, you would notice a what looks like a honeybee pattern on a shield sort of symbol. And then he, again, drops that box near to where he was sitting, and then he sits and waits. Some time passes. It almost looks like he's about to fall asleep. You can see his head going like... And then you hear what seems like a very brief knock. You can see him... Oh. And Ovik looks around and doesn't get up. And then another quick tap tap. And he goes, oh. And you see him lumber up. The two dogs get up with him. And all three of them head towards this... this doorway, open it, and a very tall man in a dark robe with a cover over his face. You can see sort of tendrils of pale blonde hair from underneath his hood coming out. So it's like if he's got like one of those face masks, and then you just see like little hair pieces that are blonde coming out from the bottom. And he enters in. He's got a very long cloak on, and he holds out a bag to Ovik. You can hear like hushed tones, but you can't hear from the distance of where you are what's being said. But you do see this man hand over these coins to Ovik. Or what looks like, or based on the shape of the bag, looks like it might be coins inside.
About how far away am I from him?
90 feet.
Okay.
Do we recognize his clothing at all?
Nope, just black.
Well, my spell unfortunately won't reach him from here, so I do have to get a bit closer. About how effective is stealth, I guess, in terms of like hearing and stuff, like standard noise as well as
depends on how high you roll.
Okay, so I guess I'll go ahead and roll. Please, Jesus, be with me.
You would have advantage sight-wise, only because you're in a area that is very cluttered, right, in terms of like the boxes and stuff like that. So if you're just trying to visually hide from him, it's a bit easier than
yeah, I'm not doing anything else, just trying to get a little closer. 16.
Okay. Budrick, are you staying where you are, or are you following Alina?
I'm gonna stay where I am for now.
Okay. Alina, where do you want to go?
Where is he at again? Does he have a marker? I don't see it.
Here, let me put one in. He's about there.
Okay. I'm
Black.
And which way would it be facing? Kind of like a cone towards Ovik?
So he's facing Ovik, right? So they're...
Okay.
looking at each other.
Actually, can I go to the top furthest shelf and kind of like
you want to go like up here?
Yeah, right there. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, how would you signify to Budrick that you're doing something like this? Would you, or would you just go? That's up to you.
Well, I'd probably whisper to him and we were like, I'm gonna try getting a little bit closer. If I can't hear anything or make anything out, I'll probably just charm him from the jump. But I'll see if I can gather any info. Can I look around and see if there's any copper wire in my vicinity too before I leave? Because then I can message him.
There's none just on the outset that you'd be able to see. You'd have to open some boxes.
I don't want to risk it right now because it would be too much noise. But if I need you, I will scream. And I'm gonna go ahead and start scooting.
So you hop down off the back of the boxes and just wind your way through very carefully. Just Mission Impossible.
Mm-hmm.
Managed to get there safely without being noticed.
Can I hear anything from here now?
You can hear bits of phrasing, because you're still like 50, 60 feet from them. So I'd say you can hear things like, I thought you said, where are they?
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and use this cue then to make my entrance. We'll blow the stealth. We're gonna go ahead and switch to I'm gonna go ahead and enter, and then I'm going to say like, hello Ovic, it's me, Alina. Hello, compatriot in black. I just want to let you know that we have a good sized shipment of children on the way. We had a bit of an issue with the previous kobolds, but we don't mind picking up the demand.
So you're just saying that you're like, are you just walking out from behind the thing and just, hey?
Mm-hmm. I'm just walking out. I'm pretty much saying like hello, because we did originally have plans to meet them. So I was trying to see if we can gather anything before, but it doesn't look like it. So.
Okay, so as you come forward, the man that is there, you can see he's like piercing yellow eyes look directly at you. As you come around the corner of this thing, he says nothing after you've made your declaration. And just gives like a side glance to how close you getting? 10 feet?
Maybe I'll give him a little bit more space.
About there?
Like 15. Yeah.
Okay. Ovic scratches his head like, I don't remember saying that sort of stuff, and then he goes, oh, this one say they have children. And you hear what sounds like a wispy, dark voice, and he just says, if you have children, where are they?
We have about 24 of them, and my compatriots are having a bit of an issue wrangling them all up, as you can imagine. Transporting 24 children without getting city watch attention is a bit rough at these hours, but they'll be here momentarily, if you don't mind waiting. I also do have, something else that might be of value. I'm not entirely sure what your business is, per se, outside of children and other, goods, but there is something else I have.
And what would that be?
And I'm just gonna say, come here, boo boo.
Okay, I have to go over to her.
Okay.
You're gonna give me away.
Budrick, do you just climb the safe way down, or you take the path of least distance?
Least distance.
Alright, can you roll an acrobatics check for me?
This is gonna be bad. Oh, 13.
Alright, so you hear Alina just go, Budrick, calling out, and you quickly, you stumble a bit when you come to the hop, 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 and you get down, and you go, you come out. So, like, they would have heard the boxes, like, tumble a bit as you jump down from them, but otherwise, you managed to make it unscathed. Rahk looks at you a bit puzzled, because you can see he's sniffing the air and he looks very confused. Lou also is sniffing the air and looks at you, but then he puts his head down like he's wary. He's got his eye on you. Ovik sees you, and just frowns. Big dog. Well, I want big dog.
Fully trained wolf, the fur could be very valuable. Or if you decide to keep them, this one is trained. Not really housebroken, but trained nonetheless. Herding, guarding, whatever your heart desires,
If he is trained, why would I need him if he's trained for you?
Oh, he's not trained purely for me. You just have to use that special word that I say, and then he'll listen to your command. You can try it for yourself. Just say the name I just called him, and then give him a random command.
Okay. I'm trying to think here for a second. Oops.
Smiling, so that's good news.
Is it?
How much would you charge for this wolf?
I wouldn't charge much. But he is trained, so considering this is our first dealing together, I would charge a fair price. You can name it.
Would you include it with the cost of the children?
No,
I'm not sure
those
what
are by
kind of
bulk.
need.
So
Bulk. How do you acquire 24 children in bulk?
I have my ways, and then whip around the firebolt. I tend to harass some townfolk that owe me debt, and usually the only thing that they have to trade are children.
Roll a performance check.
Mm-hmm. 9.
So he's gonna look at you quite skeptically. Like, he doesn't really believe you.
No. Do I gather this from his, like, face?
Yeah,
Or
well,
his eyes?
from like here, you could see he's just kind of frowning, like,
visage.
and he's gonna say,
Yeah, and usually if
I've not known anyone that can gather 24 children without notice.
Well, I mean, I have more people like me that I travel with. You could even ask Ovik. He's seen me with at least one of my companions earlier, who's probably more powerful than me. And then not to mention a dog. I mean, or this wolf. Do you think anybody's gonna run from this wolf?
The man in black looks down at Budrick, and Budrick, you just see these yellow eyes looking directly at you, and you get sort of like a chill run through your body when he looks at you directly like that. But then his eyes go back up to Alina, and he looks over at Ovik. She had other party members with her. And I was just, others, yes, earlier. And this looks at you and says, I don't know if I could move 24 children in this town, even on the best of days. You gathered all these children from this town?
Not from this town. We've traveled quite a bit before we stopped here. We kind of got wind of some goings on, and we wanted to get our hands a little dirty because, you know, wherever the coin flows, we goes. I mean, we were trying to get in touch with you, but those little kobold bastards were giving us a bit of an issue trying to get in touch with you. They said something about my shinies, and I said, I don't think so.
And what happened with the kobolds when you met with them?
The same thing that happens to those people who don't pay me.
And what would that be?
I believe one of them screamed, and shortly after he was beheaded. But I'm assuming you're a businessman. You like getting things done. So do I. So as long as the money keeps flowing, I don't see why we can't be profitable together.
I don't pay unless I have delivery.
Mm-hmm. So would you like the 24 right now, tonight? Or would you rather have them separately? Do you want them in bulk? Because I could have a couple of dozen probably within the next 2 or 3 days.
And
if you don't want to get your hand
ready, and now you're saying,
oh yeah, the 24 is good.
Of days.
The 24 is good. No, I said 24 is good right now. If you would like additional bulk, because I can fill those demands. I got my hands in a couple of pots around the city, not only this one, other cities as well.
I roll persuasion.
21.
Okay, so this elf, well, not elf, this man in black sort of looks at you and considers for a moment and says, if you could bring 24 children to the South Dock tomorrow at midnight, I will pay you handsomely.
Fabulous. Sounds like a plan. I'll go ahead and shoot my companions a message And let them know that we'll postpone the trade. We don't want to move those children through the, the streets at night if they're not being taken right now.
If you should bring City Watch with you or alert them in any way, you won't survive a fortnight.
Was that a threat?
It's not a threat. It's a promise. Business needs promise.
All right. That sounds fair. It sounds fair. As long as I got my money, I have no complaints.
All right. And he looks at Ovik and he says, "Take the boxes outside and load them up as usual. I shall return tomorrow." And Ovik says, "Oh," and just nods and grunts and starts lifting up the boxes of stuff and walking out the door. This one here grabs the boxes, the boop, 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 and you see him disappear beyond the door. Lou and Rahk sort of come up. Lou is on the edge here, and Rahk sort of comes up right in front of Budrick, and then he sits down, and he goes, and he pops the ball down and goes,
I wolf back, and I wag my tail. Can I talk to them right now?
Camels talk to dogs, maybe?
Excuse me. You don't have... I would say you could talk and they would have some understanding, but they're not wolves, right? So they would have some kind of like canine, like they won't understand your exact words, just like you won't understand them exactly, but you might have some kind of like common. It's like when somebody speaks French and English, you kind of get some words because they're a little bit. Some are you like understand a little bit, and then other words not.
Okay. And which one dropped the ball in front of me?
Rahk did.
Rahk?
The one that was nice to you, and you were nice to him?
Yeah. Yep. Not the standoffish one.
Mm-hmm.
And I say, "Hey, Rahk. How are you?"
So he understands that you've said his name. Doesn't really, it sort of gets that nice tone, from you, like a congenial sort of thing. And he goes, and he pushes the ball towards you.
I say, "Yeah, ball. That's right." And then I push it back to him.
And he, you ever see a dog like sitting and then he just jumps up with his front arms down, but his back legs like up, and he's got his tail wagging, arf, arf, and he pushes it back towards you.
I do the same thing and I push it back.
The man in black watches this exchange, and he sort of like a look of disgust comes over his eyes, and he turns and starts walking towards the doorway where Ovik was loading stuff, and he makes eye contact with Alina and says, "Until tomorrow, then." Sorry.
Sounds good.
Until tomorrow, then.
Sounds like a plan. I take it you don't want the wolf, then?
We'll discuss it more tomorrow. I'll have to make some inquiries.
Fabulous.
Okay. You get the sense from how he said that the children are the priority for him versus a wolf. He seems mildly interested, but he wants the children dealt with first versus anything else. Okay, so he leaves, and then you have just Lou and Rahk, and Lou is sort of pacing around behind Rahk, who is just wants to play with Budrick.
All right. Boo Boo, we do have to get back before that spell wears out. As much
Let's
as
say
I don't want
Wolf.
to pull you away from your friend, we do have to leave.
Push the ball towards Alina.
As soon as he
Okay.
does that, Ron goes, "Arr!"
Sounds good. I'll go ahead and pick up the ball. I'll give him a good little scratch, and then I'll launch it towards the boxes.
Which one's like down this area here?
Yeah, somewhere here. I'll do a couple of little back and forth with him. I don't mind.
Okay, so you end up playing with Ronk. Lou does not chase that ball. He just sort of is standing in this area, and he's almost. You can still see him sniffing the air every so often, and he looks. At least Budrick, you would recognize based on his dog features that he looks at you skeptically, like he's giving you sus eyes. He can't put his nose on it, but something about you ain't right to him. Alina, you managed to play ball with Ronk, who is very excited, tires out quickly, and then drops in front of you and goes like this.
I'll go ahead and scratch the belly.
You see his tongue whack, 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 whack as it hits the floor. He's a very happy boy. And as it happens, Ovik comes back in, and he gives Lou a quick pat on the head as he comes back in front of you. He says, "You come back tomorrow, children."
That I will do.
Okay. What now?
Well, for now, I'm going to go ahead and make sure that business is prepared for tomorrow. So, me and my wolf here will get out of your hair.
And he sort of like touches the hair on his head. And he looks confused for a second, but he goes, I see tomorrow. See you tomorrow.
Yes, tomorrow.
Okay.
Wolf.
And he moves back towards over here. Lou quickly follows him as he's giving you guys the eyes as he follows after Ovik. Ronk gets the belly pats from Alina, and then and he flips back over, and you see him prance after, following behind Ovik. They head towards this area here. You guys gonna peace out?
Mm-hmm.
Now, you do have the option to go out this same door that the man in black went. I'd say based on the amount of time that you were playing ball in there and Ovik came in, it's good likelihood he's not outside anymore.
Okay, yeah, we'll head out there.
It's a trap.
Imagine.
Okay.
Okay, so the two of you get outside. Do me a favor. Are you going out there stealthily, or are you checking first?
Well, no, I'll perceive. I'll look. Considering it's late as fuck, I don't think there's anybody. There shouldn't be anybody on there besides City Watch. So I'll go ahead and take a little peek out the door.
I'd like to do a perception check as well.
Okay.
Oh, bitch, 4. I got a nat 1.
13.
Okay, so Budrick, I'll say you can probably hear not a lot. You do get the sense that there are people around. There's nobody directly outside that you guys can see. Alina, you don't see or hear shit. You just hear the fucking cicadas. That's it.
Well, looks like we're gonna go, boo-boo.
I would say do either a survival check or a stealth check for the entire way back to the jail.
Okay.
Stealth?
Either stealth or
I'll do a
survival.
stealth. Please be with me, Jesus. Oh, girl. 6.
Ooh, dirty 20.
Okay, so combined, you guys managed to make it back safely. I will say at several points during the trek back to that grate, Budrick, you had to quickly grab Alina, like put your clamp on her dress
tired,
and pull her back, because you would spot people before she would, and just uncertain, yank her back and then point towards the thing, but otherwise you guys make it back. Okay, nothing too crazy. You managed to make it back to that right there.
Change back into my normal self.
Oh, you turned it off and it moved the nameplates.
I'm sorry. I just needed to breathe, bitch. I was like, ugh. That whole performance, I was like, baby.
Yeah, so that's what's happened there. So, you guys gonna go back in right away, or what are you planning? It is now probably about like 3 a.m. So it is the dead of night.
Well, I do say to Alina, I say, thanks for almost selling me off.
So you're going to change back into human?
Are you changing back?
Right, okay.
Yeah, change back.
I wasn't going to sell you off. I was just trying to, like, have us, like, get it in and be, like, I wasn't going to let him take you, boo-boo. I wouldn't let them do that. I would have blasted his ass.
It's alright, I understand. I knew what you were doing.
See, I knew you were picking up what I was putting down. I honestly was getting ready to tell you to, like, block the door, get ready, because we were about to tear this bitch out the frame, but I didn't want to hurt Vic or your 2 puppy friends.
Yeah, I was about to change into a velociraptor if shit went down.
What's that?
We got big old lizard.
Oh, no.
Really sharp teeth and fangs.
That sounds horrible.
Shall we go back? Let our friends know what's going on?
Yeah, we definitely need to fill them in, because, well, I don't know how much of this Rahk will understand anyway, but it's good for him to know. Maybe he can strategize us a battle plan, and by battle plan, I mean decapitate somebody who gets even slightly threatening. Okay. I just want to know what that guy meant by it. If we told any city watch, we wouldn't survive a fortnight.
I don't know, but we'll deal with that when we get there.
Yes,
Okay. So you want to do a strength check to get back in?
Yeah. The dice have been fucking me every turn, so let's see.
11.
16. Oh, now you want on a motherfucking great check, bitch. You want to go ahead and work.
So Alina feels very empowered from her successful reconnaissance, and just lifts that grate off. Almost, Budrick, you can feel she's taking the brunt of that as you two are lifting it. She is ready to have a fucking sit down. She's ready to just relax. Get it? You guys crawl back through the sewer to the part in the prison. Now, are you gonna just pop up, or are you gonna take a second first?
Do a perception or investigation check to find out where that guard's at.
Okay, so you can do hearing perception if you want.
9.
Okay. I'm gonna cut to the other ones that stuck behind. Nigel and Rahk. It has been several hours since Alina and Budrick left. Rahk, you may or may not be perturbed by the illusion of them sitting on that bed. Because, you know it's not them, but it looks a lot like them. So, after several hours have passed, would you have done anything? Are you still looking for that spider? What you been up to?
Well, I see your mouth moving, but I cannot hear words.
There we go. At this point, he's starting to pace. He respects the city watch, as a former soldier and everything, but he does love his freedom. So, being stuck in the cell for this amount of time is starting to irk on him a little bit.
Like the Miss Piggy gif? You've never seen it? Oh my god, please hold.
Rahk, I would say halfway between when they left and now, you felt almost another warming sensation over your entire body, much like what you had felt earlier in the day at Dax after you took that potion. And then you feel yourself just go shrink back to your normal size. As you do, your feathers also shrink, and the 8 goslings' heads pop out. Boop, boop. They're no longer completely covered by your feathers. Their heads are poking out between your plumage, and you can hear them at this point, very late at night. It has been a long time since they've had anything to eat, and they are starting to get restless. So you hear them going, beep, beep, beep.
He's gonna go over to the corner and put down some of their grain for them to munch on.
You don't have it.
Oh, that's right. They took his grain.
Tell the guard to fork over some grain, bitch.
Mm-hmm. He's gonna bang on the cell walls to get the guards' attention.
Not the cell wall.
Well, the cell bars, the bars, like in the.
So this
No,
guard.
I thought you were just about to. I thought you were just easily break a fucking wall open. I'm like, all this.
He's right. He's regular size again. He's regular size again.
Okay.
So this guard comes running around the corner, and I would say just as he's passing by here, Budrick, you were just about to lift this grate to get out. When you see,
Well, I thought this would have been right after I shrunk. You said about halfway.
Yeah, you shrunk,
Then
and now it's been several more time later, and then they've started, right? So it's now been, like when you first shrunk, yeah, their heads popped out and they're fine, but now they're getting hungry. It's been a while since they ate. You just see him. You can hear the sound of footsteps coming, and he rushes past the grate as he goes in front of the cell. Oh, I also have to change your size now because you're now.
Size.
And he looks into the cell and he says, What's with all what the fuck? And he just looks at you and he sees these 8 goslings on his shoulders. He says, how the fuck did you get those?
Rahk's just gonna shrug at him and he's gonna point his grain.
You use them as grain? What kind of monster are you? Give me those goslings, you monster!
He's gonna back up defensively and say, "No, give grain."
What you mean, give grain? I don't have any grain. Where am I gonna get grain?
My grain.
I don't have a headache. Do you have a headache?
At this point, Rahk is glaring at this guard.
I'm sorry! I didn't have to!
Rahk is stupid. He knows when he's being mocked.
I dead ass thought Rahk was about to reach through the bars to grab this man by the collar and be like, "This motherfucker, get the goddamn grade or die."
You had grain on you when you came in? Is that what you're saying?
He's gonna nod at him very curtly.
Are these goslings yours? And he looks at you like he's trying to discern, like...
He's gonna nod and pat one of them on the head.
Okay, alright. Stay there, hang on. And he's gonna move to go. You see him quickly unlock knock on the door to get out another guard. Gets off the chair, comes over and opens the door, and he enters. Closes the door, you can't see what's happening to him. Budrick and Alina, what are you gonna do? You gonna take this opportunity to run?
What do you think? Should we go for it or wait?
Yeah, we got a lot of shit, so they'll be sorting for a minute.
Okay, let's go for it.
Rahk's stuff isn't exactly organized.
Okay, so the two of you take this opportunity to come up from the grate. Bagwell Pierce is the first one to notice that you guys have come out of the grate because he's standing right there, and he's you just see him sort of gently clapping as you guys are coming back, crawling your way out of the sewer drain. Again, covered in grossness. The two of you quickly race to get back into the cell. Budrick, you use your key to get in. As soon as the two of you enter the cell...
Too.
Okay, perfect. As soon as the two of you enter your cell and you lock it behind, pocket the key. I imagine that's what you're going to do. Bagwell Pierce does a quick hand movement and whispers something under his breath, and the image of the two of you over here disappears. The noblewoman that was sitting on this bed looks at the two of you that come in, and she's like, she was so sure that something wouldn't have gone wrong, but she is surprised to see that you have returned. Very surprised. And it looks like she wants to ask you, like, what happened, but she doesn't want to, while the guard was, because she saw the exchange between Rahk and this guard. She's gonna hold it for a second. But she definitely looks like she wants to say something. Meanwhile, about a minute later, this door opens again, shuts, and this guard comes back to the front of the cell, holding your sack of grain. It's all right, I've got your grain. And he notices that Alina and Budrick have gotten up from their bed position, and he looks at them and he goes, "Oh, you two finally woke up, I see."
Yeah, it's been a long night. And I want to, like, grip Boo Boo's hand a little tighter.
Rahk's gonna come over and take the bag of grain.
Alright, he's gonna hand it to you through the cell. He's gonna grab it. Alright, perfect. So
I want to ask, do you guys have a bucket and some towels that we can clean up on? When we got put in here, we were just a mess and want to clean up a little bit.
he looks at you guys, and he goes, because in his mind, you hadn't looked quite so unkempt. He's gonna particularly look down at Alina's knees that are very dirty, and he's gonna raise an eyebrow. And then he's just gonna be like, he's just gonna be like, yeah, I guess there's that bucket over there.
Bean bucket?
Filled with piss?
No. Alright, hang on. He's gonna go back, knock on the gate. Another guard's gonna let him in. He's gonna disappear for a couple minutes.
Rahk is taking this opportunity to feed his goslings in the corner.
Okay. They are happily going, and you just like dribble into their beaks. And they're very happy. They chew on their grain nicely. Okay. Bagwell Pierce is now almost glued to this corner of his cell. His legs are on either side of that bucket that's there, and he's just kind of like, he's trying to look around. He wants to see exactly what's going to happen. He's so excited.
I want to do something real quick.
Okay.
I want to... Boo Boo, do you have those keys on you still?
I do. Here you go.
All right. Go ahead and give it to me. I'm going to go ahead and make sure this door is locked to the cell. You're like, guard! And like I'm just standing by the door.
So this guard comes back through the doorway, make sure it gets locked behind him. He's got a handful of rags, and he's got a smaller bucket. Doesn't hold a lot of water. It's smaller than the dirty bucket. But just from a cursory glance, it looks like clean water. He goes, "This is the best that I can do. Hold your horses. Hold your horses." He's assuming that you're calling him because you're asking for the thing. He goes, "All right." And he goes to reach for his key to open the cell door to pass you this bucket, and notices that it's missing.
Yep. I'll trade
sort
you.
of frowns.
You drop these.
And he goes, "What the? Okay, here, give me the keys."
Here you go. Just puts them in the hands.
And he looks very confused as he's holding his keys. And he just can't seem to understand how he dropped his key. But he's okay. I mean, he takes a quick look around, and you can almost see that he's counting the number of people in the cells. And then just kind of like, okay, shrugs to himself, unlocks it, opens it just enough to pass through this bucket and rags, and then closes it and relocks it and repockets the
Thank you, my kind sir.
key. You're welcome. You can keep that in there. We'll get rid of it in the morning.
Okay. And can I then begin cleansing myself? And I'm also gonna go over to Budrick with a wet towel, a moist towelette hoodie, and just dab off his face and say, "Good boy."
Thank you. I'm gonna wait till she's done, and then I'm gonna clean up as well with what's left.
Yeah, nothing else eventful happens. As soon as that guard has given you the stuff to clean off with, he just keeps heading back towards his patrol. He gives you guys like a bit of a look, but I mean, y'all are back in your cells, so he doesn't think too much about it. You guys gonna wait till morning, or what do you want to do now?
Oh, hell no. They want the tea. So, Bagwell and Miss, what was her name again?
Her name, so, not that you asked, but it's Kethra.
Kethra? Well, hello. I told you my name earlier. I'm sorry I didn't ask yours. I'm assuming you guys are bored and you'd like to know of what happened tonight.
I want to know how we're getting out of here. That was the whole point of this little charade.
Yeah, that's not happening.
What do you mean it's not happening? I helped because you said that we would get out. You said you had a foolproof plan. You left and came back. What kind of idiot gets out of jail and comes back?
The kind that's not going to be spending any longer than they need to. By the way, what did you do to get in here in the first place?
I don't see how that's any of your business. And Bagwell peers from his side. Bagwell peers from his side. She gave all her money, her dad's money, to her boyfriend.
Fraud. Why
And she
fraud?
looks at, shut up! It's not. It's my money anyways. He'd have died eventually. And my man needed money. And I will supply for my man when he needs it.
So, is your father, has he reported you to the authorities?
I mean, allegedly. They said he did, but I don't believe him.
Interesting.
He'll come for me in the morning. You'll see. He wouldn't leave me in here.
Yeah. I just imagine, like, cutting, like, forward, like, this bitch just a skeleton in this fucking cell. Anyway. So I want to go ahead and then take the time to fill in our companions about what we experienced.
Okay. You want to tell them?
Oh, you want... Budrick, would you like to go ahead and do it? Because I feel like I've done a lot of motherfucking talking today.
I mean, he's the one that turned into a wolf.
Yeah,
I mean, I was a wolf the whole time. Yeah, so, We met with that guy we met the other day, Ovek, or well, that Rahk and you met the other day, Ovek, and yeah, we met his mysterious contact, and we've made an arrangement. Hopefully, we can get out of here sometime soon. Because we're supposed to meet him tomorrow night with at midnight with 24 kids and possibly a wolf dog. But
Bagel Pierce here's 24 children. You're giving 24 children to us. I can't believe it. I thought you were heroes.
we're not
I
gonna
love
give
how
it.
you
no.
think that I'm not going to lie to this man who is out here actively trafficking children. It is a lie, Bagwell. I am not going to traffic a
Oh.
child.
Oh,
Does it look like we have
goodness.
24 children?
That is
with
a
us right
relief.
now?
That is a relief. Oh my goodness.
Yes, we wouldn't do such a thing.
Okay. I mean, that's a weight off my mind. I thought I was helping. I could sing songs of people that were quite good, and the way that you were saying things, I was a bit perturbed.
I
And
apologize.
the contact we didn't recognize. He was dressed all in black. I think he had blondish hair. How big was he?
It's about medium size. It's about
Medium sized
6 foot,
build.
medium build. Yeah.
And have you guys heard of anybody meeting that description before? Dressed all in black.
Piercing yellow eyes. I just want to
Yellow
look
eyes,
at
yes.
Kethra.
Forgot, I knew there was something
Like,
else. Yellow
What color
eyes.
is your boyfriend's eyes, Kethra?
Why would my boyfriend be involved with this kind of child trap? No. He is a good man, just in need of some money for a venture, and I gave it to him because he asked me.
Fabulous. Is he a well-off man with golden eyes, yellow eyes? Mm-hmm. Good man.
No. His eyes are brown. They're warm and welcoming, and I fall into them every time I look at him.
What about you, Bard? Have you seen anybody with yellow eyes, blonde hair?
Kind of like a smoky, mysterious voice.
Oh, I don't know that. I don't think that's enough to go on. I've met a lot of people. You see, several with yellow eyes, several with raspy, husky voices. I don't know for sure. Like, I mean, it's a bit too vague. I couldn't definitively say if I knew anybody specifically.
Okay.
I'm so sorry.
Do you know? It's okay. Do you know anything about potential? I don't know, crests of houses or businesses, maybe even guilds.
I know a lot of things about different things like that. Yeah, what kind of things were you?
What about a blue dragon specifically? Maybe one that's like I don't know if it's consuming itself. I don't know how to describe it, bro. So you're gonna have to bear with me.
Oh yeah, that sounds like the crest for what's that shop? It's he remembers. That's the coup de grace. It's a like a weaponsmith here in town.
Interesting. Okay, we're getting somewhere, bitch. And then what say you about a honeybee pattern? Like the honeycombs on the shield.
Oh, that's let me think. I think I've seen that, but oh yes. It sounds like Weatherby Arms. It's sort of south side of the city, just near what's that place? It's the Greasy Gast, sort of a rundown, ne'er-do-well sort of inn. It's just right outside there. They deal in like armor and that kind of stuff. But it's another kind of business in the city.
Was that the place that burnt down?
No.
Okay.
And he looks at you and goes, "What? Oh, sorry. Are you asking above table or in game?
In game.
Burnt down? Why would it have burnt down? Oh my goodness, this is news to me. Oh,
Yeah, there was a building that was burnt down by I believe they said it was it a halfling man? It was a couple of mercenaries.
Halfling.
They were looking, yeah, they were I guess crowdfunding their new establishment because a halfling supposedly burned theirs down and robbed them. But I don't think I've ever met a halfling
when
that
did
thief
I
like
mean?
that.
I heard that there was a building that burned in the city like a few nights ago, but I didn't know it was a Weatherby's. Oh my goodness.
I don't think Weathersby's burnt down, no. But I mean, if they are dealing with child trafficking, then yeah, Weatherby's might come into some harm. And they were over here worried about robberies from the Horde War. Little do they know. And I'm just gonna go ahead and lean back with my little firebolts in my hand.
Okay. I mean, I would swear that I would know if Weatherby's was burnt down, but I mean, I have been in here for 2 days.
Do you ever go home?
Of course, I have to change clothing and eat. Well, I don't like eating what they serve in here. It's slop.
I probably should have grabbed a nice meal while I was out. I miss Cabelia's oatmeal and the fresh fruit. I haven't even been here a whole 24 hours and I'm already broken.
You've literally been here for 12 hours.
And I was already out of them, most of them for the rest without fucking tracking down this man in black. Alina doesn't belong in bar. She is nobility.
Okay. Okay, well, I mean, yeah, I just think that it's fine. They should be fine, and I mean, you'll get out of here maybe tomorrow morning. You said, right? So shouldn't be. Listen, if you don't get out of here tomorrow, I'll bring you some oatmeal.
That sounds good. But I plan on getting the fuck out of here. I don't want to be here any longer than we need to.
Okay.
What time is it right now anyway?
Oh, time is. I mean, it's late. It's really late. What time was it when you guys got back? Could you tell from outside? It's hard to tell in here. There's no windows.
It looked like it was nearly 3 a.m.
It's probably not too long after that. I mean, you haven't been back that long. 3:30, 4 o'clock, maybe.
It feels like it's been a fucking eternity. Alina's just gonna be upset because she's going through it. She didn't do anything wrong. She knows it, but she feels like the world doesn't believe her and it's gaslighting her currently.
Budrick or Rahk, are you gonna interject on Alina's?
Alright, we'll get out of here hopefully tomorrow morning.
Okay,
How are we getting out of here?
We're just gonna tell the truth. We didn't do anything.
Alright. Well, then we should probably get some rest. I'm waiting for our chance to talk.
Budrick,
Yes, dear.
can you cuddle me?
It'll be alright.
Okay.
They're there.
You're such a gentle tiefling.
Okay.
I try.
So, Budrick and Alina retire, much to the same bed that their illusions were on, for cuddle. Rahk, what are you gonna do? You gonna go to sleep?
He's gonna rest with the goslings. Yeah.
Alright, so you take that bed there. You would all of you would sort of be able to see or hear Bagel appears kind of like pacing in his cell. He looks like he's sort of humming to himself, like making mental notes, almost like he is trying to recall this story, make a song out of it, that kind of thing. Nigel is over in his side there, asleep. Whether or not he was listening in when you guys came in, can't tell. This Kethra seems quite disturbed by the fact that she has been lied to, and she is just sitting on her cot. The nerve! And she's just grumbling and mumbling to herself. The guard comes back and forth throughout the evening. At one point, about 6 o'clock in the morning, he switches with a different guard, who then takes over. If you need to do a short rest, you can. The only one I think that would need to be Budrick. You could take one to regain your wild shape form that you lost.
Huh?
Yeah, pretty uneventful the rest of the time. At some point in the mid-morning hours, you hear the clunk of this door over here opening. You can hear some chatter going on from the guards that are in this room. And on that, we'll take a break for a bit, 5-10 minutes.
Good.
And then we'll be back. But I will turn on some music. We'll put on the waiting screen, and then we'll be back to find out if these intrepid adventurers are escaping or not. We shall see.
I need out of this fucking.
They've reorganized again.
Oh no. Okay, I'll do that after. We'll take a break right now, and we'll be back.
We'll be right back.
Everybody back?
Yep.
Thank you, Shrek. Yes, we did. Okay. So, all of you watch as another guard. What's that one? That is.
Boop.
I don't like how dark that is. Through the doorway, comes a medium size, very butch-looking woman with a short cropped, kind of like this kind of bangs here, but it's like very short. At the back, she has a cloak that falls over one shoulder and wraps around to the other side here. It is blue in color, and she has what looks like some kind of like clipboard or ledger in her hands. She is followed by two of the guards from the other room. And she's sort of reviewing her notes, and she looks up into the cell with Rahk, Alina, Budrick, and Kethra, and Kethra immediately stands up on her feet and comes right up to her. She goes, "I need to be let out immediately. I should not be here." And you will watch as this investigator, guard captain, whoever she may be, just kind of roll her eyes, look down at her notes, and then look directly towards the cell where Nigel is. And she makes her way over. And she says, "You, young man." And then she looks back at her notes. "Oh, I'm sorry, sir."
Yes.
Says here that you were caught breaking into a merchant's wagon at the docks yesterday.
I wasn't breaking into anything.
No, eyewitness reports say that you were trying to climb into the back of the wagon.
Yeah, I tried to climb in it because we was there on the guild business and I was having a look.
Why would you look inside a wagon that doesn't belong to you?
Because we're investigating items going missing.
Mm-hmm. So by that logic, I should just walk into your house and look through your stuff?
Bear with me 1 second.
Yeah. I want to let him out first because he's been here longer, but... Okay, we'll come back to him. Let's say the conversation with him happened before your guys'. She's gonna come back over to your guys' cell, and she's gonna look at Catherine's like, "Ma'am, you are going nowhere. Your father has pressed charges. You're not getting out anytime soon." And she just, "What?" And she faints on the floor. So she just passed right out. She goes, I hear one of you has some children with you in this cell, is that correct?
Rahk is gonna stand up and show his goslings.
You know, like come all the way forward, or you're gonna
Yeah, he'll step forward with him. Yeah.
Sir, do you know why you're here today?
Rahk's gonna shake his head.
So, I have a report here that you were seen in the company of other individuals and on scene during what appears to have been a robbery at the Hordmore. What do you say about that?
I'm gonna overhear this. Do I overhear them?
Yeah. Oh yeah, you can hear it.
I'm gonna stand up and go stand over by Rahk.
Rahk is staring blankly as though he has absolutely no idea what she's talking about.
You see her going to snap her. Hello, sir? She looks down at her notes and back at the guardsman. Does this man have some kind of deficiency, or you know, what's going on? And both the other guards go, like, I don't, nothing that we know. Sir, you have to provide answers. That's how I investigate the matter at hand. I need to know why you were at the Hordmore, what you saw, what your story is.
I'm gonna step up and I'm gonna say, you have to excuse my friend. His communication skills are not that great. He's this is a companion of mine, as well as the young lady sitting back there on the bed. We really don't know what's going on here. We were pulled in last night. There was some issue the other night about some official guild business that we were on, that we thought was all straightened out. Is this concerning that? Why are the three of us being put in here? What is the charges?
So according to witnesses, you're being held on accomplice charges. Apparently, you were seen in the company, whether or not you were providing distraction on purpose, watching out for what have you, but you visited the Hordmore day before yesterday, and there was no one else inside that shop besides the shop owner, two other members of what I assume to be your party, as they seem to be traveling with you on all accounts. I spoke briefly this morning with the owner of the Grey Dandelion, and she said that you were all traveling together, you ate food together, and the owner of the Hordmore is led to believe that some items in his shop went missing. No one else in the shop. They were there when your party walked in, and when your party left, those items were missing. So we're inclined to believe that a theft has occurred.
We, the three of us, don't know anything about any missing items or anything. We did meet a couple of guys at our hotel. We had breakfast with them. We went out for a walk through the town, went to a couple of shops. Other than that, we know nothing. What items were taken?
According to this listing here, there's a bag of holding, and some money.
Well, I mean, you have all of our belongings. Did you find any of that on us? I mean, we don't even have enough money to even consider purchasing a bag of holding. let alone do we own one? Where's your proof that we were actually the ones? Just some witnesses that say we were with those people. We were nowhere near that. We haven't seen them in days.
roll persuasion.
Persuasion. Come on, lucky dice. Ooh, natural 20 plus 3.
Ooh!
Jesus.
Okay. So this investigator seems to consider her notes. She spends a couple of minutes going over them. She says, well, according to witness reports, I'm going to take a brief description of yourself. It says there was a red tiefling that went inside. the Hornmar. There was one that stayed outside. Are you suggesting that you are the tiefling that stayed outside of the property when this theft
I
occurred?
did stay outside of the property.
Okay. Can you give me any information with regards to the other two people that were supposedly or allegedly, I'll give you that, allegedly in your party at the time?
Again, we don't know much about them. One of them was a red tiefling like myself. The other one was a rogue. I don't remember. What was he again?
Well, no, you would have had the Kobold Cleric and the red tiefling rogue.
Okay. One was a Kobold Cleric and the other one was a tiefling rogue. That's about all we knew about them. They seemed like somewhat decent people. I mean, like I said, Rahk here was traveling with them, but as you can plainly see, Rahk doesn't follow things too correctly. I don't think he seemed to be. He's traveled with us since then, and he's been very honorable. I don't think that he would have anything involved with it either.
Sir, I'm just gonna look at Rahk. Did you travel? And she's gonna speak very slowly. Did you travel with a kobold and another tiefling like your friend or gentleman beside you? Did you see them take anything they shouldn't have?
He didn't see them take it. He was outside too.
Answer? Well, you did
Yeah,
go in
he's
for a
gonna
minute. You did go in for a minute.
Oh, that's true. Let me think how to answer this.
It should be a challenge.
Stay in store. No seat take.
Okay. Any other members of your little posse here go in that store?
Iron store. They threw gold.
Gold? Why would they throw gold?
Rahk's gonna shrug. He doesn't know.
They throw gold. Yell Rahk name. I take gold. Walk outside.
Okay. Do you have names for these other individuals?
Larys. Grimble.
Larys and Grimble. And how long had you traveled with them for?
Rahk with them couple days.
Never see them get up to any sort of illegal activities?
Grimble burned down farmhouse.
I'm sorry. He did what?
Farmhouse went boom.
Why would he burn down a farmhouse?
Rahk's gonna shrug.
And you willingly went with these people?
Rahk's also gonna shrug.
As he does, it disturbs the gossip. They just... Sir, you would endanger your children traveling with what to me seems like not good people. Are you fit to be a parent?
Goslings came later.
We're just carrying eggs around? I mean, they have to hatch at some point. Right? And this woman looks like she's not sure how these goslings came to be, but she's just kind of like, right? That's how that works?
Out in sewer.
You took baby goslings out of a sewer.
But if I can clarify just a little bit here, like,
oh, please do. Please do.
We saved the goslings from a sewer, and they bonded with Rahk immediately because they could see what a kind-hearted person he is.
Oh, so these goslings don't actually belong to you then?
Well, they do. They do now. They-
Well, you're saying that
Rahk
you
is their mother.
you got them, like you rescued them.
We rescued them, and
You
they have
didn't-
followed us around ever since.
Rahk, I need you. um, I'm gonna say roll, performance, just to make this woman believe you are a
17.
good parent. Okay, there you go. So, you proudly just fluff up your wings and the gosling. Oh, beep 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 beep. And she takes a look at them for a second. She just kind of like shakes it. All right. And she makes like a small note, in her ledger. She says, "Where might we find these friends, but not friends of yours?"
You tried our hotel. That's where we saw them.
Which hotel would that be?
The Dandelion, Gray
Oh, okay.
Dandelion.
And you said you haven't seen these fellas in a couple of days?
No,
Where was the last time you saw them?
at the hotel.
At the hotel. Okay. Didn't check their room, check in with them at all?
No,
I mean, it's just strange to me that you would travel with these people for a couple of days and then just suddenly persona
they
non grata.
disappeared.
Oh, they disappeared. That's a different story entirely. Okay. All right. Well, I'm inclined to believe you, as you said. We did search through your belongings through the night, ascertain that there is no bag of holding, or there was some gold, but we can't distinguish between the amount of money that was reported missing and what you guys have on you. So, I will let you out with a warning that we are keeping an eye on you. The investigation is not over. Don't leave town today.
We have no intentions of leaving town. We're still on Adventurers Guild building business.
And you're going to stay at the Grey Dandelion?
We have no plans of changing locations. They've been good to us. You can speak with the people at the Great Dandelion. We defeated an elemental that they had running loose in their bathrooms. We've done nothing but good since we've been here.
Okay. Alright, well, I will give you all the benefit of the doubt. And she reaches forward with her key, clunk, opens up the gate. You can pick up your stuff on the way out. As I said, should we discover any other incidents, you may not make it out so easy.
I don't have any worries about that. I'm sure you're up to the task.
Okay. Alright. Need Jelly you back? Okay. We'll sort him out later. Okay, so you guys can exit the jail. As you are stepping over the unconscious body of Kethra, you see Bagwell appears just silently waving at you from his jail cell. You enter into the sort of guard room adjacent, and you are handed your belongings and escorted out of the building.
king-size rack.
You're escorted out of the building. It is about 10 a.m. It is, you get a blast of light in your eyes as you go from the dimly lit interior of the prison to the outside. You can see that there are city watch outside. They walk past you. No regard, maybe the odd look. Because Budrick and Alina, even though you cleansed yourselves with water, you're still a bit unkempt. You did spend the night in jail. Almost think like walk of shame kind of look, like disheveled a bit, whatever. What do you do?
Well, we could probably all use a little bit of cleansing and maybe a little bit of good rest without that. I personally would like to see what happened to Larys and Grimble and see if they're at the hotel still. Well, what would you like? What would you folks like to do next?
Rahk will shrug and nod and agree with you.
Alina?
Alina?
What?
Alina. We just
Budrick
got out
has
of jail.
suggested.
What would you like to do? Are we going to Disneyland?
Disneyland.
Yeah, we just got out of jail.
I don't know. Just anywhere but here. Anywhere but here.
Should we go back to the hotel and clean up?
Yes, and I just want some oatmeal.
All right, let's go say hi to innkeeper and get some of her famous oatmeal.
Praise
Alright.
God.
So you all head back to the hotel. You go inside. You order up room service, I imagine. Go up to your Rahk. Are you going to the room that you had with Grimble and Larys, or are you going with Alina and Budrick?
Can he pay for a separate room for himself and the Gothlings?
Yeah.
Now that Larys and Grimble are
Persona non grata. Don't touch these people.
persona non grata and potentially criminals.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that investigator told you, like, they're bad people.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So,
Okay.
it is 10 gold for a room.
And gold. All right.
Okay.
Can I ask the innkeeper if she knows what happened to them?
She will have told you that she hasn't seen them. As far as she knows, they're still in their room.
Can we go investigate their room?
You can. Rahk would have a key.
I'm about to go find bodies, aren't you?
Do I have a key? Because I thought you said I didn't have one.
Yeah, you do. You got the room with them, but then you just chose to go on the roof.
Oh, okay.
So now you have 2 room keys.
Would you guys like to join me and check out if they're alive still?
I guess my oatmeal can wait. Just for a little bit.
And
It's up
Rahk
to
will
you.
follow
You guys
the
could eat
wolf.
breakfast first and then go check in on them.
Let's go eat breakfast and then check then.
Okay. No delay for me, but Camellia, can I get some oatmeal, please?
Oh yeah, she's already sent up oatmeal, fresh fruit, milk, coffee, some pancakes,
Eggs.
bacon, eggs, all that kind of stuff. Like a whole
No, right.
smorgasbord.
Gotling.
She took
No,
like
Rahk
one look at
uses
you,
eggs.
Alina was like, "Don't you worry, I got you." Said all this big trip. The same bellhop boy that brought you your key earlier trundles into the room with this giant tray, and he's trying to balance it. Comes in, and he's like, gently sets it down on the table. He goes, and then he walks out. You can eat your breakfast relax? You gonna change, take a shower, or anything like that?
Yeah, to all the above.
Okay. So you spend some time relaxing, getting rid of the grime of prison, essentially, and you about 11:30, about an hour and a half goes by. Eat, cleanse, change. You are now in fresh clothing, fresh smelling, thankfully. And Rahk leads you to the room that he knows that Larys and Grimble were in. The door is closed. It is locked. What do you do?
You use the key and unlock it.
Okay. Just gonna walk in.
Yes.
Okay. So, can you each roll a perception check?
Yeah.
8.
Oh,
As usual, Rahk is perceiving nothing.
It's 12.
12 for two of you? Okay. Do me a favor and just roll one more perception check, Rahk, just for one particular thing.
Okay. 30-20.
Okay. So, I will say, the door opens. Alina and Budrick, you guys don't notice anything quite off immediately. You do smell something that smells a bit strange. Okay, you go. And you smell something a bit strange. You don't recognize it. Rahk, you immediately recognize it as the smell of blood. You guys enter the room. There's like a small hallway section that then opens up into a larger suite. And you can see that there are streaks of blood. The beds that are in there have had the sheets torn. To Alina and Budrick, you guys can tell something has gone wrong here. You don't see any signs of Grimble or Larys. And you notice that the balcony door is like slightly ajar. Rahk, you basically just focus on the fact that you see blood. Or you don't really notice anything else other than just like, there's blood. Why is there blood? And I would almost say that you're, you should feel a certain type of way being a military sort to see blood.
Yes, his hackles are raised. He's on edge. He's investigating. He's looking around.
What the fuck happened in here?
Blood.
Oh. Okay, I don't know quite what that was, but yeah, it does look like something went a bit south in here.
there are other rooms connected to this room.
Nope. So there's
We
the
can pretty much see
entryway
everything.
coming in, and then there is like a small seating area, and then there's 2 beds, the bathroom, and the balcony.
I check the bathroom and the balcony.
Yeah, noticing that the balcony's up and Alina's gonna head out there with like a firebolt ready.
Okay, so Budrick, when you check the bathroom, there's nothing inside, and it seems like the disturbances of whatever happened in here, some kind of tussle fight, seems to have happened just in this area. Go ahead and roll investigation for me.
13.
13? Okay. The bathroom is relatively untouched. Nothing crazy in terms of anything that happened in there. You do see what is probably some kind of bloody fingerprint or something on the doorknob, like somebody maybe tried to open the door to get in, but didn't. At least not that you're aware of, because there's no signs that anything bad happened inside the bathroom. Alina, can you roll an investigation check?
Yeah.
If you said a number, I didn't hear it.
Oh no, I said oh Jesus, 7.
Oh, okay. You don't notice anything in particular on the balcony. You do sort of see. You do see that there is like a blood trail that kind of leads towards the balcony. And again, you did notice that door ajar, but when you walk out onto the balcony, you don't notice anything in particular. Rahk, what you gonna do?
I don't see anybody out here.
Rahk is gonna follow the blood streaks towards the balcony and pop out with onto the balcony with Alina and investigate it.
Okay. Do a perception check for me.
8.
8?
I don't know why perception loves to roll an 8 for me, but yes.
Okay, so
it is stuck on that fucking number.
Budrick, would you say that you are joining your compatriots out here on this balcony to investigate?
Yes.
Okay, roll a perception check for me.
Please roll high.
8.
Also an 8.
8? Oh my god. Okay. You can see
Can I
that
look
there.
down over the balcony?
You sure can. You sure can. Are you looking for something, or just trying to see if there's anybody down there?
I'm trying to see if there's anything that had maybe fallen off or laying at the bottom of.
I would say, given that you're rolling 8, you can see that there maybe is a disturbance in the bushes down in the garden, but you can't see anything in particular. It might just be your imagination.
Alright.
Rahk, given your military training, you would notice that these bushes are disturbed in a certain fashion, to suggest that maybe something landed in them.
Can I fly down and investigate?
Yeah. So describe not only flying down, but how you would be investigating this bush.
I mean, I'm gonna flap my wings so I can take off from the balcony and slowly fly down, because I've still got the goslings with me.
Okay.
And I'm gonna hover over the spot with the disturbance, so I'm not disturbing anything, but still able to look down and investigate and hopefully see what happened.
Okay. The second you bend down to try and investigate, 2 of the goslings jump off of your shoulders and jump into the bush.
Rahk will immediately dive into the bush after them. Because he's a dedicated daddy.
He's also a daddy with, like, military training, though, so, I mean, like, he's kind of like the Taken daddy, you know? He's got a certain set of skills.
Okay, perfect. So, Rahk, you immediately poke your head into this bush and, like, go like that. And when you push some of the leaves aside, you just see one of your goslings is hitting its nose against some kind of fabric piece that's caught in the brambles of this bush.
Gotcha. Well, the first thing he's going to do is scoop that gosling up and place him back into his feathers. Do I see the other gosling? Or
Nope.
just that one?
No, you can hear it, but it seems to be moving through the bushes.
Okay. Well, he's going to briefly look at this fabric piece. Do I see anything attached to this fabric piece upon first glance?
No, it just kind of looks, from what you're just looking
like-
at it. It looks like
Just
it's
like a torn
caught
piece of fabric.
on the, yeah. There could be something on the other side of it, but just from the where it's laying, you don't see anything on it.
Okay. And at this point, he's going to follow where he hears the other gosling running.
Okay. So from above, Alina and Budrick, you just see Rahk. Looks like he's gonna investigate a bush for some reason because he didn't tell you why he flew down. He just jumped, flap flap, dove down to this thing, and then you'll see the two goslings jump off of his shoulders into this bush, and he just boom, like immediately dives in. Wings flap, and then you see him come back out with one of the goslings, put him back on his shoulder, and then you just see his head go like this. What are you guys gonna do? Alina, Budrick?
What happened? I was reading.
You saw Rahk jump down, stick his head in that bush, grab the gosling, and now he's watching, or looking along the bushes.
For the other gosling. There's two that you
Okay. I'm just kind of watching him, honestly.
Yeah, I was like, I can't fly down like you did.
Yeah, I can't either.
Do I like go back in and then like walk downstairs? Because I sure as hell ain't got no wings.
Are you gonna go down there, or are you just gonna keep watching him? That is your
I'm
choice.
going to I'm gonna go back into the room and look under the beds.
Okay.
I'll wait out here and just in case. I'll keep an eye on between like where Budrick's checking and then where Rahk is searching, and I'll call down like, Rahk, is everything okay?
Rahk's gonna look up and point towards where he saw the bushes were disturbed, and then poke his head back in, still looking for the other gosling.
Okay. Budrick, do a perception check.
12.
12. So, you look under the beds. Under the first bed, nothing seems to be there. Under the second bed, you notice in the very far corner against the wall, almost next to the one of the bed frame legs, a small shape. You can't quite make out what it is. What do you do?
Can I grab it?
Yeah. You grab it. So, when you pick it up and you pull it out from behind the bed, it kind of feels sticky in your fingers. And when you're like this, it's like red. It's like blood on this fabric. It is a black piece of fabric with what looks like some kind of design on it. That design looks like sort of a small patch embroidered with a heart that has like a dagger through it.
Or with a dagger, huh?
Mhm.
Would I know anything about this? Like if it's like the symbol at all? Can I do a history
Do
check
a
on it?
religion check.
Religion check.
Mhm.
13.
So you would recognize this as a religious symbol. You can't quite remember the name of the order, the group, whatever. But you know that this symbol indicates like these are not people. These are not good people. Like this is not a good religious group. This is a bad religious group.
All right. So I walk over to Alina and I show her the patch I found. And I said, "Hey, I found this under the bed. I'm not sure what religion it is, but it's some kind of religion. I know it's not a very good religion. Have you seen this before?"
Alina.
I can't. I don't recall anything from this damn thing, do I? This symbol.
Do you?
That's what I was saying. I don't recall.
Do a religion check.
Sir Eleanor Charles would have passed. Oh my god, 6, bitch! These
Oh
dice.
shit!
This is not your day. Hopefully it goes better when you have to fight something. You look at the patch that is on this piece of fabric that Budrick has found, and something in the back of your mind itches. Like, you should know. You should, but because of the, lack of sleep, you only managed to get a couple hours of rest. The, high anxiety and tension of having to go and do that recon mission, your brain can't think properly. You just go, yeah, I don't, you don't quite remember, but it's you get that sort of itching in the back of your mind, like this. You agree, it's definitely like, you're like less religion, more cult, but you can't off the top of your head, being as tired as you are, remember quite which one.
Does being inspired help me at all?
Inspiration, you could roll again. Or if you want to use your inspiration.
Is this where you use the inspiration, boys? Do I try again?
Up to you. It's your inspiration.
Fuck it, we ball. I'll go ahead and roll again.
Yeah, I'm sure we're gonna sleep again. I don't know how often you get your inspiration back, but I'm sure we'll.
That's
sleep
something
again
I
before we
grant.
go.
It's not something she can just get back.
19.
Oh, okay.
Wonderful. So, the harder you think about this, suddenly you feel the information click into your mind. This is the symbol of the Sacri, which is a blood cult known for sacrificing people.
Jesus.
You remember hearing stories when you were younger, like if you see robed figures with this symbol on it, you are to walk in the opposite direction. Not only walk, run.
Yeah, I think I think I might be able to gather what went on down here.
You think so, huh?
Mm-hmm. And I want to
We
go
go-
ahead and share that information about the cult with him.
Okay.
I knew I've heard of them somewhere. I knew they were bad news. I'm not sure how much longer we want to stick around in this room. I mean, sooner or later, the the law is going to come check out our tip, or the tips I gave them about this hotel, and they're going to find this room themselves.
Yeah.
Not sure
I
how.
kind of want to go ahead and over the balcony, just call down to Rahk and be like, Rahk, if you see anybody in robes, don't speak with them. And for the love of God, don't swing your fucking sword at them. I'm gonna go ahead and go back into the inn room and then head out.
Okay. Rahk,
I'm going to.
Yes.
do you have a response to her calling down to you and saying that if she walks back in?
He's just gonna wave and give a thumbs up.
Okay. Budrick.
I'm going to. Would I be able to remember this symbol now? Well, we haven't identified it. I'm gonna stash the rag back underneath the bed, and then I'm gonna exit as well and make sure the door is locked.
Okay.
And I'm
You
gonna
guys heading back to
join
your
Alina.
room?
We have a balcony on our room as well.
Yeah.
We'll be able to shout down from Rahk from there.
Yep.
All right. You want to go back to the room and talk about our next plan?
Hell yeah. I don't want to be out here in this fucking hallway where this cult was seen in this vicinity. No, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah, we go back to our room.
But
Okay.
can you take a look at the room, make sure it's okay in there? I'm scared.
Yep. I peek in and look for any intruders or anything disturbed.
There are no signs of any disturbance in your room.
It looks clear.
Let me find out System put out a hit on their asses. With this blood.
Yeah.
Okay, Rahk. You watch as one of your the baby goslings in the bushes just moving through the bushes. You can just see it shake as it goes through. And then at one point you see it stop shaking.
He is immediately going to where it stops shaking and popping his head in for that gosling.
This gosling was just nudging its head against what looks like some kind of flower that fell off one of the bushes, and he just looks like he's smelling it and having a grand old time. Then you just poke your head through and he goes, and you just see his little gosling tail wag.
And I will snatch him up gently and put him back in the feathers.
Okay, back with the flock.
Yes, back with the flock.
Okay.
One of us.
All right. So, you know that Alina and Budrick have left the balcony. Are you going back to the balcony you came from? Or what are you going to do? Because they haven't gone out to their other balcony to call for you yet.
He's going to go back over to where that piece of cloth was now that he has his goslings.
Okay.
And poke his head back into and take a look at that piece of cloth.
Okay, you're going to pick it up?
Yes, he will pick it up.
Okay. So, you pick up this cloth. It's dark in color. There seems to be a bit of blood on it, but you can't really tell if it is something that was like part of Larys's cloak or whatever. Are you stashing it to show it to Budrick and Alina, or what are you gonna do with it?
Yes. Yeah, he's gonna stash it to show it to Budrick and Alina.
Okay.
At the spot where the bushes were disturbed, do I see anything else? There's no body or anything?
Nope.
Okay.
I will say, based on your, training and that kind of thing, looks like whatever it was fell or jumped from the balcony, let in this bush. The piece of fabric must have torn off of whatever clothing that person was wearing, and then they got up either by their own volition or not, and left. You can't tell based on the amount of blood, both in the room and down on the piece of fabric, whether or not they were fatal wounds, but there was some kind of altercation that happened.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else I can do here.
Am I
heading
to the
back up?
point where I can shout from our balcony out?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna shout down and let Rahk know that we're up here. Hey Rahk, we're up here. Come up here.
I'm gonna fly up to their balcony.
You fly up to the balcony. You see Budrick sort of
he's in,
waving down. Alina's probably in the room.
he's just gonna pull out the piece of cloth and hand it to Budrick to show him.
Okay. Budrick, based on the properties of this fabric, like the weight, color, density of the weave, it seems like this fabric is from the same type of clothing as the piece of fabric that you found underneath the bed in the other room. This piece does also have blood on it, but no symbol.
This doesn't look like anything that Larys or Grimble were wearing, right? Like when we met them?
You know that Larys was wearing a dark, like hooded type of vestment, but you didn't touch it ever, so I don't know. I will say because it looks like it came from the same piece as that symbol, you did not see that symbol on either of their clothings.
Okay. Did Alina filled me in yet on? Oh yeah, she did with all the stuff. I'm like, well, it seems like maybe something really bad happened to your traveling companions, Rahk. And I fill Rahk in on all the stuff that you that Alina filled me on.
Rahk, do me a favor and do a
You just
religion
look.
check.
This is. It's a 5. Rahk
Or
is not good at religion.
You don't get any other information. Sorry.
Yeah, no, Rahk isn't good at religion. He's got a -2 to religion.
And like, can I ask Rahk if he has any knowledge of them being tied up in any religious cult?
Yeah, you can ask him.
Okay, Rahk, have you are those guys tied up in anything crazy?
Rahk just shrugs and shakes his head. He has no clue.
Well, I guess we'll have to keep an eye out for that symbol. Well, we got until midnight before we meet those what's his name? Ovek. How are we gonna take this guy down?
Alina, Rahk?
I feel Rahk. If did we tell Rahk everything that happened? I'm gonna fill Rahk in on everything.
Rahk is just gonna pat his short sword.
Okay, I fill Rahk in on everything that happened last night. If we haven't already.
Okay.
You
Alina,
wanna
if
do,
you
Alina?
talking, it's not coming through. Are you still having mic problems? Oh, I saw it flicker for a second.
I see it flickering, yeah.
Contour. She has passed the fuck out. We'll just say she's
I see lips moving,
Oh,
but
there
I
you are.
can't hear shit. Hold up. Fucking audio. You can hear me. Give me a minute.
Yeah.
I know you can't see me, but hopefully you hear me.
Yes, we can.
I'm really gonna be switching to wireless because I can't deal with this shit anymore. I'm about to break something. Hello.
Hello.
Praise God. I'm
Hello.
back.
Okay. Hi, Mix. Were you hearing what they were saying?
Not like it, I thought we were paused for a minute. I was like, okay. What?
No. So Budrick filled in Rahk on the information that you guys learned. Rahk showed him the piece of cloth that he found, which seems to match the same type of cloth that Budrick found. And Budrick filled Rahk in on everything that happened at the warehouse last night. And now he's asked, like, what's the plan for taking this guy down?
Okay, so I want to go ahead and
Rahk has patted his short sword.
Oh God. We're gonna try avoiding that rack, but you know, it may come to that. We'll see. But I kind of want to see what kind of operation this guy has set up. If he's coming in tow with a couple of, you know, men, what the case may be, because it sounds like he has his own works. But one part of me is like, okay, we need to take him down, but then the other part of me is, he did say if we did inform the city watch that we wouldn't survive the fortnight. Now, usually I don't take child traffickers by their word, but there was something about the way he said that just didn't sit right with me.
Also, Rahk's eyes are going to narrow at the mention of this threat.
Okay.
And he is going to again pat his short sword a little bit more forcefully.
Like I said, if it gets to that, we'll do what we have to do. But I think we need to. We really do need to hash out a plan for this, because this one I'm a bit stumped on. But I do want to. I want to cook something up.
We don't have 24 children.
I was gonna say, I don't know where we're gonna find 24 children in this short amount of time, and plus, I don't even want to put even a one child in danger. So,
do we have any kind of illusion magic between the two of us, three of us?
I got my mirror images, but they're not of children.
Rahk has no magic whatsoever.
I've got nothing. I could be a swarm of rats.
I mean, you've got your charm. We could use that as so we'd have one child.
Have one child.
I'm not gonna charm a child.
24.
What do you mean charm a child? He has a charm that can turn him into a child, like an illusion.
Yeah, illusion of a child. That only gives us one child.
It's like disguise self, but it makes him look like a child.
Could I look like a child that looks like 24 children? Above table?
Swarm of children.
No.
I'm gonna say we can go shake down those fucking kobolds and see if they got any other encampments of children mask wearing bastards around here.
Did we leave any of them alive?
Yeah, but they're in the custody of the City Watch now.
The Night's
With
Watch.
the City Watch?
Yeah.
Well, hopefully they've got whatever children he watches. We could get the City Watch involved.
I think, as much as I want to heed that man's word, I do believe that we should let them know to some capacity what's going on. Maybe they can even help us with the plan.
At this point, we've already got trouble with the law. I don't know how far we can push those boundaries with them now, but I'm kind of
Well, I
at
mean,
a loss.
if we let them know, and now that I got my, flips my hair back, my badge back, honey, maybe we could just let them know that I might have to invoke some mind magic to subdue this man if they don't have any other means. Even though I know they wouldn't necessarily be a fan of the tactic, but I mean, if it's for the greater good, it should. All I know though is I need to. Above table, did I get my oatmeal yet?
Yeah, you already ate it.
Okay.
You ate it before you guys went investigating.
Baby, I must have. Okay, I missed that part. I was like, bitch, I was fixated on the motherfucking oatmeal.
She's just IRL. You want oatmeal and fresh fruit now?
I really do. I think I have some too. I might have to go make some. I think we should. One thing I do know we didn't do is we haven't rested yet, have we?
We took a short rest at prison.
At prison, but like not here,
Do you
Yeah,
need
not a
another
long
one?
rest, no, but it is the middle of the day, and we've got to meet them at midnight. So, I mean, we can definitely get a long rest in, but I feel like we should figure out at least what we're gonna do.
I mean, if you take a
And then
long
maybe
rest, that's 8 hours. It's about 11 o'clock. So it'd take you to about 7 p.m.
Yeah, so that'd give us about 4 hours to prepare.
That's gonna
5
be
hours to prepare.
HP. I'm probably not trying to do that either. Oh.
Is there any? Do we need any supplies before?
I
need healing
We
potions.
can also. Yeah, I was gonna say we could go take a look at Dax at you, but I don't know if anybody wants to get morphed just yet. But,
Oh, if you think Rahk won't drink another potion, you are extremely wrong. Let's go.
dear God. I also
Maybe
think we should
maybe
probably-
maybe he'll grow big again, and we'll have a 10-foot bird for the next fight.
we need to definitely tell the city watch about our plan. We need to.
Okay.
I guess we're heading to Dax.
I'm just remembering Andy that when he grows 10 feet, his equipment does not. So that little short sword he has is like a fucking toothpick.
I'm actually pretty stocked on healing potions. I mean, I'd definitely be willing to see if we can get some more gold out of Dax. But,
yeah, and then maybe we
see.
can also inform the Adventurers Guild of the developments and see if maybe they have any ideas.
yeah. I could be there
Also,
first
it might
place.
be worth looking into the those two shops that had those boxes marked that they were trading what Ovik was trading out of the Weatherbees, I think was one of them, and
Mhm.
the what was it by the I was about to say the Gilded Gold. What the fuck is it called? The other shop.
Do you remember? Did you write it down?
I think I did. I'm checking my notes right now.
Do any of the boys remember the name of this other shop?
Is that the clothing shop?
No.
It's a weaponsmith. But what's the name of it?
Weatherby Arms?
No?
Weatherbees was the first one with the honey. The honey.
Oh no, Weatherby Arms is the armor, isn't it?
Nimble Thimble. No, that's not it. That's the clothing shop. Right?
Yep.
Oh, bitch, there is a spider. Hold up. Okay, there we go.
Can I do my -2 history check?
No. Alina, did you find it?
Give me a second. I'm in my my area thing. Authentic shell.
I'll give it disadvantage.
Weatherbees. Cleopatra. With the Horde more. I think I need to do a history check. I don't think I have the name of that one.
Okay. You can all do a
Check the
history
chat
check. I'll tell
history.
you if you remember it.
I believe she put a list of the shops in chat. I'm looking back.
If that helps, I rolled a 17.
I only rolled a 10, so I think you're gonna have to come in clutch.
Alright, I'm gonna roll my history check. I get one too, right?
Yeah?
Thank God we're not battling today, baby. I would be dead.
14.
Okay, so Rahk, you are the only one that remembers that the name of this shop is the Coup de Grace.
Bluegrass.
Cool grass? What was that, Rahk?
Bluegrass.
It's probably the worst title.
What did she say?
I said that's probably the worst title of a store Rahk to have to say.
Jesus, yeah.
I have broken the DM. Let's go.
It's not like
All
the
of you
second
just hear
time
him
today.
squawk out, "Cool grass!
And that's an armor.
The weaponsmith.
Weaponsmith.
So I will say, now you
So-
believe that the name of this shop is Coup Grass.
Okay, yeah, we gotta go check out Coolgrass.
Really kind of cool grass.
Coolgrass. Thank you, Rahk. What would we do without you?
You're absolutely welcome.
Wow, you sounded like a normal person there for a second.
Could you imagine?
He's just been faking it this whole time.
Alina's just questioning her sanity at this point because fucking blood cults in prison and shit. Like, yeah, she's been through it. Child trafficking, kobold beheadings, like these last few days have been eventful. What was this? The last 24 hours?
Yeah, this town's
36,
fucked up.
yeah.
I'm just gonna say that right now.
Yeah, this place is all torn out the frame. So what should we do first? Out of all that. Out of all of that.
Well, we do have a time limit on the actual thing. If we want a long rest, we need 8 hours. So we've got about 5 hours to do stuff. Probably pick one if we want to do one. I think going to the Adventurers Guild at least.
The
probably-
shops close at 9. Around 9.
Yeah.
Regularly.
Jack.
So it depends.
Rahk?
Do you need a long rest?
No.
Or do you want to do other stuff?
I don't need
Above
a-
table, I don't
a
need
moment.
anything. Unless you need spell slots restored.
I am good.
I mean, we could just use a short rest for your wild shapes.
I think my wild shapes are good. Yeah, my wild shapes are good. We did that short rest while we were waiting to be
Mhm.
released.
And we don't even need a rest, really. We could just.
So we could just keep going. I don't know what you guys needed though.
Well, you guys decide for Alina's husk of a woman. I am going to go command somebody in my household to make me some motherfucking oatmeal now. I will be right back in like 2 minutes.
You're gonna go eat more oatmeal?
Anyway, I'll be right back.
Alright. Well, no judgments. Have fun.
Alright, so what's the order you guys want to go in? Because you want to go to notify the City Watch? Whether or not that's a good idea or not, who knows? You want to speak to the Adventurers Guild, and you want to go to Dax. And possibly
Let's head to Dax first.
possibly
and we'll wait for
Weatherbeast,
Alina to-
possibly Coup de Grace.
Send a Dax first. We'll wait for Alina, and then we'll decide about the City Watch stuff because I don't want to decide on any of that without her here.
All right.
So all y'all gonna head for Dax?
Next.
Okay, wonderful. So
He would have just opened not long ago, anyways. If it's around 10 or 11.
that's about. So you get there to 11:30. And on that note, we'll wait till next time.
Yeah.
But you'll start out at Dax in the next one.
All right.
Hopefully, you get some good side effects. This will be the third time you guys are drinking from his potion from his shop,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
Who knows if there's
I think at least.
a cumulative type
That's what
thing
I was just worried about.
for drinking. Who
After
knows?
the way you said that.
Who knows? Maybe it's good. Maybe it's not. Who knows? I mean, it's a lot to be subjecting yourself to experimentation so often. I mean, Alina and Budrick have done pretty well. They've gotten good potions. Poor Rahk here and his goslings. Not so much the last time, but who knows? Who knows? Could change.
Gambling doesn't always work in your favor.
That is true. That is true. All right, so the next campaign date for Soul Invictus is on the 21st. So not next Sunday, but the Sunday after. So you got a 2-week break. And we'll come back. We will find out if Alina, Rahk, and Budrick can stop this child trafficking ring. Will they fight the man in black? Will they make a bargain, save children? Will the City Watch show up? Who knows? Will they survive Dax potions? Who knows? But we'll find out on the 20th.
He had another man.
That is true. Yeah. Well, we hear Rahk scream for the flock, and then, yeah, that's it for today. Appreciate you all. If you missed an episode of the campaign, either this one or the Blessed by Frigg campaign from Fridays, you can go to youtube.com/@naturalchaosdm and check out the VODs. There they are, uploaded a little bit further behind than when it airs. So like last week's episode will go up tonight. Tonight's episode will go up the same day that the next episode airs, just so that there's no meta for anybody else. But yeah, it'll be good. Hi, Goldie. But I appreciate you all for being here. Hopefully Alina gets her oatmeal and fruit. And I'll be live again on either Tuesday night or Wednesday morning. One of those two. I think it's gonna be Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday. I've got Once Human. That comes out on that day. So we're gonna play a bit of that on Tuesday. But I appreciate y'all for being here. Have fun, stay safe, have a good rest of your weekend. Bye.